Hello, everybody. This is DB the Digital Hero here, and welcome to a D&D stream. Basically, we're going to be building characters today to basically try to tackle all this while also making a story for my characters. The bottom book was the monster manual, but still, all the rest of these are actual books. I'll show them in more detail here in a minute. I will turn you all up now. Alright, there we go. I also have a couple guests with me because they're going to be... I also have a couple...
Where is the link?
It's in advertising, dude.
Anyway, but yes, I have a VCF and Mind Blower Human SR. The first I did well, I didn't do it on here. I did it for my YouTube channel. I did their coin toss game on my YouTube channel not that long ago. I need to do another update on that actually, but that's beside the point. Because they've actually updated the game.
Push on and starting, yes?
Huh? What was that, Mind Blower?
Wait a minute, I am like put on advertising. I pushed. So wait. So all good or what? Oh. Oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I pushed on the link and it opened me a Twitch. Your Twitch.
Uh-huh.
What is the next step I need to?
The stream should be loaded up. Unless you don't have an account.
Yes,
Now, I don't know if you have to have an account. You may have to have an account. I'm not entirely sure. That might be an issue.
Yes.
But otherwise, yeah, because it's the only way I could technically, streaming, basically doing the stream is basically a good way to show you all also what's going on, because I can basically put up the book, or I could also, eventually, once I get stuff set up, I can show the board and stuff and the figure placements for various figures.
I understand. Basically, you are putting like visuals, okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I am like, it is loading. I don't freaking know why it is just loading.
Not sure.
Don't worry, it will... Yes, meanwhile...
Well, if you can't see the stream, I mean, I can still try to describe it the best I can. That's also a thing I can do. But, I mean, hopefully you can,
wait a minute. I will try through my computer, so...
Yeah, load the stream up on your computer. Load the stream up on your computer, so that way it takes off a lot less energy off your phone. Like, effort off your phone. That might be a better idea.
Exactly.
A lot of this is just going to be trying to make sure this can actually work. By the way, people out there. But regardless, we should still be able to do this. All types of little figurines for this. And dice.
Bless you.
Gesundheit. Also have little dice.
Oh, I see you. You're nice friends.
I will be rolling real dice throughout this entire process because I have way too many of them not to use. But I'll also try to show the roll by doing stuff like this, so that way you can see
I see.
I got a 3D printer if you want anything printed.
What the fuck? Can you print out the gun?
Yeah.
That would be cool, but we'll have to see how that would work. But anyway, I believe you all can see the dice just then.
I see. It's a red dice. I see you.
Yes. So there we go. Also, I will be during this stream. I'm going to make a couple characters of my own too. But before we do that, if y'all can see the stream just fine now, I'm going to switch over to the void real fast. Whoosh! You now see the void. And now, actually, not the void. Should be able to see my Pathfinder character sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Let me know when y'all can see the character sheet.
Yes, I also have a character sheet, so... Character sheet?
Yeah. But anyway, basically, I'll probably go make a couple more characters. So I have 2 characters here. I have DV, or also known as David Vex, and Jet. I'm not sure if I have his last name ready or not. I have a couple like possible last names, but at the same time, also another thing with half of the story is I have to make sure it's not too similar to what me and my ex was doing, basically. That's one thing I
Holy
did.
shit!
Because me and my...
Don't worry. Our craziness level just will make it unrecognizable. Because, we are agents of chaos. We
Right.
just take what you think and we will just put in another direction. So do not worry about that.
Right. Although technically there is...
I just want to roll around in trash.
Right. I do have a main flow that I'm going to also explain, but depending on how you two are, and how anybody else if anybody else that's watching this wanted to join and wanted to like be a part of this and whatnot, basically how they want to go through the story, I'm going to have to figure out different routes. But I know that also there's probably going to be a main route for DV and his friends. So DV's kind of the main character, but he's going to more or less be going through a lot of stuff. Depending on things, he may end up going on adventures on his own, possibly too. So I'll be streaming those as well. But it depends too. But we can reuse all these different books as much as we want, in a sense, to revisit certain locations. And the more books I get, the more better off we can revisit certain locations. Like, I have, there's going to be 2 things. So we might have to end up making 2 character sheets per person if they end up playing because one of the things that's going on in this, actually, let me start from the beginning here. First of all, for people on the Twitch here and everything else, I'm going to start from the beginning and start explaining it now. And if you miss any of this, that's why I put this up on YouTube. So the first part of this is that this entire setting is set in modern day, a modern day-esque setting. It's mostly similar, but things are different because it's a different planet. It is a planet of humanoids that are both actual humans like us, or have like ears and tail, or bird wings, or bat wings, or any animal like ear, tail, wings, gills for fish. Any animal. So you can be a shark person. You could be a bat person, because one of my characters actually is a bat person, and one of my other characters is a bird person. Those 2 I'll probably be making today.
Oh. But it will be interesting.
It will be. There'll be let's see, what else? Now, the main setting of this whole thing is that the country that we might be, the main story is going to be focused in. Also, this is going to be a world building stream too, because there's probably a lot of ideas I need to come up with actually for the world. The best I come up with so far is that, and this is just a possibility, is that the country that the story takes place in is a country that is actually a meld together of like different countries, kind of like a mixed pot, like a mixing pot of people, basically, because it might be like one country, one type of people, like humans or forest creatures, so forth and so on. Like mountain dwellers, like mountain dwelling animals, sea dwellers, air dwellers, kind of like that. Where it used to be like the different countries is like that, but this country right here is actually trying to get all these people types together. I don't know how long this country's been around. This is the idea I've been coming up with. I've been debating how if it's a brand new country or if this country's been around like maybe like 100, 200 years. Kind of like the U.S. in a sense. The thing is, depending on all that, there may still be some different like tension between like either the humans and the various animal people or the animal people to each other, like different things. Like there might be some tension there. But overall, it's trying to become a nice society where everybody can be like together, be equal, and everything like that. Another thing I'm debating is if humans would have magic, or if it's just the animal people that would have magic. But regardless, there's magic. So there's a modern day setting where magic is a real thing. So yes, it's wizards, spellcasters. Huh?
I think in what territory you wish to be, because if some has magic, some doesn't, it is like political commentary, like in fantasy stories. If you're saying that all have magic, then it is not, or less, and then there is interesting dynamics. So as a DM, you must decide, do you wish to make it like a little bit even political? Because in many fantasy stories, having magic is to having power, especially if the magic has to a minority.
I have actually debated if I wanted to actually have it to be like magic is outlawed, or magic is a thing that's like very iffy.
Ooh.
I've actually been, because political stuff. Yes, I do want to have some politicalness with this in its story. Where like yes, the world is, because I've also been like one or two of my characters also are like based off Phoenix Wright, so laws are going to have to be a thing. So yeah, because I've been playing Phoenix Wright lately, so like laws and certain things like that are going to have to be in this, but they're going to have to be actually figured out as time goes on, more or less.
So would it be like magic would be you have to have like certain patterns? Or like you'd almost have to have rights to like perform magic spells in certain areas. Almost like if someone used magic to obviously move objects, they'd have to have like a permit or something that says they have the right to do that sort of thing. So
you know what?
Magic users would they'd have like
magic licenses.
If you've got magic users who have who've spent a lot of time training their magic and all that, it would be really good. But it would also mean that if you're trying new spells, you'd be in the sort of like the unknown sort of like grey area of law there, because you'd be trying to learn magic, but you wouldn't have sort of like the trust in the government wouldn't really trust you in it.
Hold on. I like where you're going with this. It
really reminds me that only heroes can have magic, superpowers they can use, and people cannot, but then there are criminals.
Hold on. I like where you're going with that idea. Hold on. I think I got, like, the license idea actually sounds really good, because it's like, okay, yes, you are legally allowed to use these spells, but the thing is that there's actually a school, so there's a training area so that you can learn new magic. and stuff of that nature. That's a safe area for magic use, but you can't use it outside unless you actually have a license to use it outside. So that might, like the school, the college that the setting, the college that the main characters are going to might be a school where that's exactly the case. And one of the uses for this might also be military use. So there's that too.
So you'd have magic users be almost like specialized contractors then, if they were to be using some sort of like if their magic was almost like borderline sort of moving stuff or levitation teleporting spells, it would mean that you'd have to put a lot of effort and money into it, but only sort of like certain people would be able to have magic because they'd have to sort of like go to schools and get the government's okay to
exactly like an actual license, like you're thinking, like an actual like thing that says, hey, I can use this spell or something like that. It might be more high tech. There might be like a thing to where people can just like look at their phone or something and be like, okay, this is the license that a magic I have licensed for, or something like that. There might be something, a mix up, because this is also very technology based, because I'm going to have like things like cell phones in this world.
It would also make a very grey area, because with technology and magic being in the same area, you could obviously have someone who would be able to, if they're well trained in technology and magic, they would be able to cast an illegal spell through someone else's device. So it would be another grey area where magicians would be magic users would be able to frame other magic users using their technology.
Great idea, but you know, it reminded me, Trails in the Sky series or Cold Steel, they have like ornaments. These are magical pocket watches, and they had discovered like civilization, ancient, super advanced civilization, and they use knowledge of archaeology of this super ancient civilization, and to make from their blueprint technology. Imagine that the industrial revolution happening in span not of 300 years but 50, 60 years, and that technological development is so fast and everything is changing even like faster than in nowadays. And what changes this shift creates that lower people are getting where social mobility, traveling, and so many things are changing. And this rapid current of streams, that there is a few elite schools where they teach this magic, and basically that is plot of Cold Steel, you know.
Fair enough.
In the Sky, Cold Steel has that things at the Third Military Academy, and they have that what you described, basically.
I think it'd be very interesting because obviously you'd have to have a couple of years and obviously the patent to use magic.
Right.
It would mean an influx in magical items. So
yes.
People who have the right to create magical items and sell them, and all you would really need is the ownership certificate for the item, and maybe like a small like 1 year like
it might be. Have either of you played
college work for being able to like use the magical items?
It might be like have either of you played Final Fantasy 12?
No.
Have you heard of Final Fantasy 12?
I heard of it, but I have no idea about it.
Okay, well, the reason I brought that up is in that game, you need a license for just about everything. Like, there's a license grid that you're supposed to get and all this stuff, and all, like, everything. It's like, we could almost set it up kind of like that, where almost, like, weapons, equipment, and stuff like that, you also need licenses for, and stuff of that nature, so that you actually have, like, the right to carry around some of that stuff in public, as long as you don't do anything bad with it, like hurt people. You know, so that way you have like a license to actually carry a sword in public or something like that, or a knife or a gun.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what? For example, for wizards, there are levels, and basically not for license for specific spell, but for spell level. You know, you can cast whatever
Spell type and
spell
level.
you wish,
Spell type
but you
and
can
level.
cast level 2.
Spell type and level. Because if you look in like the sorcerers, like the wizard sorcerers thing on that Pathfinder thing. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'm gonna actually. Well, I'm gonna link this. I'm gonna actually link this in the video, but I'm also gonna link this on the chat right now. And if anybody wants to, basically,
You can even have a third. You can even have a third thing. It being either for construction work, for recreational work, or
different grades of license as well.
oriented.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
different grades of license as well.
If you have, let's say, a level 3 wizard that only has a license for obviously construction, then they'd be able to use as much magic if it would be pertaining to magic as if
Construction.
it was like building a building. But as soon as they would like try and use that to hurt someone, then that's breaking the law.
Most of the law would be like if you hurt somebody, you're breaking the law. That's like straight up. Like if you hurt somebody, you're breaking the law, unless it's self-defense, because there's probably self-defense laws in there too.
Yeah.
But again, you probably if you use an illegal spell to self-defend, then you're not. If you use a spell you're not allowed to self-defend, it's probably still not gonna look good on you. I'll be right back. I need to go get a charger for my computer.
I like the idea that each magician has like a license for like a spell, which it's like they all have a self-defense. He's just
Self-defense, yes, I get you. But what I do not like is that if it gets too restrictive, you know? If it gets
like
too
that.
restrictive, then it is like, oh, I cannot use that because of the rules. Because the rules must be enough restrictive so you can get creative. You are forced to be creative, but not too restrictive so it destroys creativity. For example, that is why I wished about the levels, and I agree about types, for example, wizards, sorcerers, and so on. But when you get too narrow...
Well, I was going to say like type of magic. When I meant type of magic, I meant like there are actually a few types of magic according to like the D&D stuff. Let me see if I can load it up. Like there's
the magical schools and stuff.
yeah, the magic schools. Yes, exactly. The magic schools.
Yes,
Like
different magic schools in my plan. Magics, you know, I hope different spells from different schools. So it has great reason.
like the schools of like evocation and stuff of that nature, necromancy, all that stuff. Like I don't know, necromancy might be the forbidden one, but you know, other than that.
The way I see it is, if you were a devoted student when you was working to sort of like learn these sort of things, you could basically go into different schools to like learn the same what you would need. So it wouldn't really restrict you. It just means that you'd start off with more patterns and more sort of things that allow you to do more things.
Okay.
I think more than anything, it just means it would give you more to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when just before you left, I was saying that what we could have would be.
I can still hear you, by the way, during that process. I was still totally able to hear you because I was just in the other room.
Right. Basically, each wizard would be able to learn a couple of self-defense spells, which they would be allowed to use, just in case they were obviously under attack, so that they wouldn't be tempted to use any of the spells which they obviously would be using.
Magic missile would totally be the most common self-defense. To stop you, I can tell you this much.
Yeah.
Magic Missile would be the most common self-defense spell. Tell you that much right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's like the most...
They could have some... Yeah.
Is a level 1 spell. It's very easy. But yeah, there's like the...
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, so can we start with character creation, because we are already more or less have drawn the pictures that there is magical schools, that you need to buy buttons, that when you level up you gain additional buttons and so on. So basically, more or less, I see it is like not so strictly, but still it is like a magic school, magic setting.
I'm wondering how's the poverty line going to be in this world?
That's a good question, since your character...
My character's gonna...
Your character's gonna live that, so yeah,
my character's gonna be homeless.
Right.
It is pretty much a huge divide, I think, because you think about it is a little bit chaos, you know. Especially if it's like a new thing, then it will be chaos because of all the change. I think that, at least from my point of view, the best stories has great contrasts to highlight the themes. At least from my point of view, because if there is like, how to say, more subtle ways, then it is harder to flesh out some things, make it more obvious.
By the way, I'm just showing this on screen for a moment to show the different types of schools. This one, I would say this is probably, just like in most stories, this one's probably banned because just bringing back the dead just seemed very like WTF. But at the same time, people that practice it are probably going to try to make it look good. So there's probably still going to be a gray area there, but we'll touch into that later. But there's probably definitely a gray area in necromancy.
Some schools can be for villains, you know. Some schools can be like outside the area for criminals are practicing these arts.
Exactly. Yeah. These would probably be the ones. The necromancy stuff would probably be illegal for the most part, but the rest of them probably just be fine, like transmutation, universal, illusion, evocation. I mean, light is very useful. Light is a very useful spell because you can just light something like that. Detect like divination. I think divination also counts for cleric spells. I think most cleric spells are divination, but I'm not sure. But yeah, divination would be a type of magic. Conjuration. Conjuration would be almost more for like, if like with conjuration and illusion would be good for like shows and skits and such. And movies.
Yes. It is my type of magic. I choose conjuration, but really there are some spells which are on question mark. For example, level 2 spell, unnatural lust.
Which spell?
Level 2, unnatural lust. It makes for a target to kiss another person.
Let's see.
Unnatural lust.
Oh, unnatural lust. Okay, hold on. I think I'm almost there.
Yes. It is somewhere in level 2. I just... It has
am I
very
on level
great...
2?
And also there are other spells which controls minds of creatures. You know?
Summoning monsters would probably be another taboo one. But, yeah.
Because there are like, if creature is, then you can control. Or for example, mind reading spells. There are also these type of things. So you need to really be clear.
Mind reading. Okay, the one thing though, I almost kind of want, in a sense, mind reading. I don't know. We'll see about that because I know one of my characters is going to be a mind reader. Like, that's their talent, is literally reading minds and then going into the minds and stuff of that nature.
just because it's taboo doesn't mean you can't have a license for it. Maybe it's legal, but it's you have to obviously obviously not many people like having their minds read and all that. So maybe it's like in very niche scenarios.
Right. There would be definitely some stuff, and I'll probably definitely be using it. Technically, since this thing actually has since the character sheets have like this little section at the bottom where you can put in as many spells as you want, I could almost be like, any spells that you add to this area are the ones that you have the license for. Besides spell like and other powers. Because that's like stuff you get with your race or whatever. But yeah, any of these spells could be ones that you actually have like licensed. If you're able to even use magic. I know this character, being a Nufian human, probably not going to have any magic whatsoever. They're going to be relying more on stabbing and bang bang. But because they are part of the military, I'm also giving them, since I gave them access to basically a masterwork pistol, because they're supposed to, as a gunslinger, you have this like thing you're supposed to make. Like you start off with this broken gun and you're supposed to fix it. If you have like $300, you can fix it or something. I figured he's in the military. He fixed that gun and now it works. Is basically how I've looked at it. Because he's in the military. He has fixed that gun, so it works now. These are the basic stuff for both these characters. Anyway, so
Right.
so let's actually, I guess.
How do I obviously do this?
Okay, you know what? Let me make a new one. Let me get started on making a new one real fast. That way I can just go step by step on this. That was Jen. I want to go open that up a new tab. Oh, I want to go to switch to this for a sec. Switch to webcam for a sec before I get started, so I need to make sure of something. Just in case it actually pops up. Okay. Give me 1 second to fix something just in case of like some type of weird thing. Folder is empty. Characters. Let's see. My computer's slow. That's what's also taking so long.
No worries.
That's because I'm waiting for it to load up so that way I can like fix something before anything. There we go.
Yo.
Hello. Now I can hear you again.
Hello again.
Technical issues, I don't know why. Okay, where we left, basically, yes, I understand how all the magic thing works. I understand basically everything else. So time to make characters?
Yes, it's about time to make
Yeah,
characters.
We're just getting to that now.
I need to just fix something on my computer real fast, just in case. But before, there we go. And then once I do that, then yes, we will actually start making the characters. Although technically in this process, another thing that's going to be going on in this campaign too, is that there's going to be a virtual world, basically. Mostly it's for the games. Yes, I got you. It's half of the concept is from that too. But I will actually be. There's going to be both a real world and a digital world. So that's another thing with this story. One of my main character DV's powers might be that he can physically enter that world, but mostly everybody else is going to be playing the games. Like it's like for like a gaming world, basically. It's for like different online games and such. So some of these books, like the smaller ones, these two, the starter quest will be for that, and right, I remember.
Basically, I understand that
These bulky SOBs.
Because we have already crazy world, such as technological with magic, and then you add digital world over it.
These bulky boys also are for the digital world as well. There are only like a couple campaigns in each, but like there's also a couple bonus dungeons in them.
Okay, I get you, but still, this campaign will be crazy.
It's going to be crazy, yes.
Looking forward.
And then the real world will be the rest of these three.
Because usually real world is boring and comparatively, and then digital world is cool, but now it will be 50-50. And still, yes. Okay,
let's get started with the character creation process. Alright, so there's that.
Of course.
Let's actually get started. So, let's see. I believe this is pretty much the thing. I'm going to post this in chat. Hopefully this works.
Okay.
I'm going to post this in chat. This is the page that I'm looking at. You might have to log in with Google or Facebook or something. But,
Yes, I'm already in
okay.
the page.
So, new character.
Yeah.
So first we're going to be making, because today, I already made DV and Jet, which are for visual representation. The first one here is DV. That's only one to do one, thank you.
And can I basically guide you through the process? Because I will tell one few things about the D&D which I really understood. And it is that basically, when I play RPG, I have some biases which does not apply necessarily to D&D. For example, when you play RPG, then loss is something bad because you need to repeat the level. But in D&D, loss can be even more fun than to succeed. And at the beginning, I plan to make my character more like very powerful, like One Punch Man, who can one-shot basically anybody.
Yeah, hold on.
Is really a great option. I changed myself from trickster character because I totally differently approach the fights.
Right. So basically, I've already made the character sheet for the person on the left here. I went back to the stream start thing because I have art here, and the person on the bottom right. So let's make a character for the one in the top right, Midnight. Okay, again to introduce this, the one on the left is DV, the one on the bottom right is Jet, and it's going to be Midnight. We're going to make Midnight's character sheet. I don't know super much about her, but we're going to make her character sheet. We're also going to make Claire's character sheet. She's a bird person, so we're going to make a Batgirl and a bird girl. Yeah. That is the plan. Alright,
Okay,
so...
and can I make also my character sheet or...
Go ahead and make your character sheets and also go into little things you're going to talk about too, because I get what your bias is, because I mean, losing, we're going to have to have it to where, yes, losing is an option, but I'm not entirely sure if I want like the characters to die just because they lose like a single situation or something like that. Basically, I'm kind of biased in that with my own right. Okay, can I?
Yes, but you know that the magic of D&D is that first you can get much more creative, and second that even if you fail, it can be fail, you know? Losing is not death. You can fail, you can lose some very valuable artifact, but it does not automatically mean death.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too. We can, I mean, if the bad guys beat you, they could capture you. They could stuff like that.
Yes.
They could steal your stuff. They could capture you. They could do other things to you that would maybe be
a very valuable item. For example, weapon. Of course, it can be done. Or my character could be like. I don't know, something other happen, but losing not always means death. It is biased from RPG, because losing in RPG usually means death. You need to restart. But at this point, in D&D, one of strengths is that even if you fail, you can usually still continue. Of course, and second thing is my mention creativity. Because also, that is why I chose to be a trickster, because I could be like really calculative mage, wizard who one-shots opponents, but it is no fun. I could do the same thing in RPG single player, but really when I make, for example, product, including games, tours and so on, I concentrate on the target audience, that is me, that is everybody who plays with me, and of course that is audience, and much more impactful is not the result, but experience. And I think if we have much more loser with much more free with losing, then it can create much better experience, much better process, because we can like much more fool around, much more be not so concentrated on making the best build from a power perspective, but making the funniest, making the most immersing, such as speaking with animals and so on. That is why I am for losing, and I know that it is not good if you try to create this story as your part of your game, but as playing D&D, I think we should
VCF.
Yeah.
I think I see something that might be causing my internet some issues. Could like I see that you have a stream built up in the thing. I don't know if that's actually hitting my internet too hard. My internet's pretty crap.
I just put it up just now.
Like,
so that you can help me out with this.
Well,
any change?
Better, no more, you know what.
Am I live again? Okay, I'm live again. Okay. Had to make sure I was live again before I did anything.
Yes. You know, but friends call me, you know.
But anyway, So basically, I might just go with. No, I'll go with.
VTF, do you have your character sheet in front of you?
I have it up here.
Thank you.
Also, I think it'd be better if I was a raccoon man. I'll still be raised by weasels, but I'm going to be a raccoon man.
Okay, raccoon man.
Okay.
That is your name. Your character name is Raccoon Man, or
his full name is Gordon J. Boblinson.
Yes, write it in your character name. I don't know how I will pronounce it, but close enough. Okay, then is alignment, and I'm a chaotic good. You know, I am chaotic good because I wish to do good things, but I'm crazy. So
Right.
I think
Okay.
also.
Okay, his full title is Gordon J. Boblinson, the second of the bin behind KFC.
Okay.
Wow.
And your alignment is
Now we probably have to come up with our own restaurants and stuff. It's not going to be stuff like KFC, but that I do get that joke. It's funny.
Chicken Mart.
yes, copy.
There we
yes,
go. We got the
exactly,
chicken mart.
chicken
Okay.
mart.
We got the chicken mart. Okay. We'll make sure if that's actually going to be the official thing or not. But okay, could you?
Chicken spelled wrong, by the way. Chicken spelled wrong. Just in case for copyright.
Got it. Because yeah, that's the entire thing. Is I want to avoid copyright stuff. So obviously, that's why we're creating a whole new world. A whole new world. Wait.
Oh no! I cannot even sing that a little bit.
Okay, we gotta stop the song there because Disney probably hit us hard, but that's not the point.
My class is going to be Monk of the Trash.
Okay, so you'll be a level 1 monk.
Yes.
Level 1 trash monk.
Okay.
Yes. I have a level 1 wizard because wizards are cool.
Oh no,
I might
he's
have that
going
be
to
the case.
patent me to death.
I am like a level 1 wizard, and I'm really about the magic school. It is, wait a minute. It is creation. And opposition schools are evocation and necromancy. By the way, backstory detail, my character is pacifist. He's not a coward, but he is pacifist, you know? He will not have, at least at the beginning, no attack spells, even not for self-defense. But
If you hurt me in combat, I'm gonna pass a fist into your face.
Oh, come on, dude! I will show you who is the daddy with my spells. My intellect against your brow. My brains against your brow. Dude, you will not understand what happened with you.
Mate's being raised by weasels, but at least I can say brawn.
Oh my god! I am pacifist. It is not even in my dictionary, you know? I don't know why I sound like that.
You sound like that.
The homeland for this story.
What's your major malfunction, brother?
The homeland for this story, we'll just probably put Nufia. Spelled like
Malfunction is you, not you of malfunction. Soviet Russia. Malfunction has you, not vice versa.
What did you ask me to do?
I am basically level 1 wizard, and
I think he's talking to me. I think mind blower. I think VCF is talking to me. VCF was trying to ask me a question because I said something.
Okay. That's fucking
Having a conversation with someone else.
Anyway, for homeland, for right now, we'll just put Nufia as seen right here.
No.
I've put the woodlands.
I am foreigner. I am from great country called Latvia or Letonia or something like that. Come on.
I will need to come up with the country names, but yes.
Dude, stop being an edgelord for a second and put down the thing the DM says.
Nufia, come on! Don't make me from that space.
Nufia is not the name of the country; it is the name of the planet.
I'm scared for life. I'm scared for life.
But yeah, Nufia is not name of the country. Nufia is name of the planet.
Okay, so I will be from South Nufia. Or no, from North Nufia.
That's fine.
You know
That's fine.
There are many identities. You know that there is planet, but you know that I can identify with something else.
Bro, I appreciate the joke, but I want to do something else with my day. You know, the rest of it.
Katie.
Dude, make a short form joke and move on.
Bruh, no, I need a deity because why did you left the deity?
I don't know the deities yet. I don't know what the deities are yet because they're probably unique characters. So we're gonna have to come up with that later. We'll ignore that question for now. Oh, alignment. Did I put down the alignment for these people? I probably in a stupid sense. It's like.
Okay.
Yo, if you ever get a spot on Live the Apollo, please tell me so that I can avoid it. So I hear this funny joke the other day.
I haven't really thought of the alignment either for most people.
Nufia is the place that I live.
Let's see. What height?
That is the craziest place I've lived.
It's crazy.
Don't even make me start.
Like you explain the joke and then you make the joke like an hour later and everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Basically, that is half of my jokes.
Hold on, I gotta find out. I'm actually gonna go look through old notes to find out if I can find out how.
Nufia and dog. Okay, 6 feet. About age, basically it is like 20s, early 20s. Yes.
That's fine. That sounds good.
Middle height, weight. Hair.
Oh wait. Here it is. Characters. Darn. Darn. Okay, I don't have.
By the way, about the stats, we have like a basic point system.
I'm going with I did my stats with actual dice rolls. Let's see.
For me,
because
honestly, I don't like these dice rolls because
I know. Well, here's the thing with what I did with dice rolls. Let me show you what I did. First of all, let's see.
Okay, hit me with the dice rolls and how to put this in, because I have no fucking idea.
Oh shit! I'm not even done. I have not even done her dice rolls. All right.
Use them as I wish.
I don't think.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with dice rolls because I can screw with my plans. You know.
I do see that point. Hold on.
You've got plans, are you, Mister? I'm ready to fail.
Yes, I have plans. I wish to fail with a style. With a freaking style.
You want particular stats, Mister? I think failing is good.
Yes, I wish to particular stats because listen, I am chaotic.
One sec. I think I've got something in the back of my throat. Hypocrite.
Oh my god. I'm crazy, but not as crazy.
Oh god, this is gonna be good.
Since you'll be bad or good or ugly. I like it.
So what does ugly have to do with your stats?
Okay, so I guess I will. I don't have. I guess we'll have to do it.
My charisma is good.
I guess we'll just have to do this part live because I do not have anything for midnight. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go back to the webcam since we gotta actually do stats. I'm doing this so that we can all see how the dice rolls are going to be set up. If you have like an online thing to roll dice with, you can do the same thing with that.
I've got dice. I've got IRL dice. So.
Okay, same here.
You can use actually two simple dice. It is,
I have IRL dice as well.
RPG simple dice, and it is so great. Okay, if you wish a dice rolls, and we will take a dice roll. I'm not such pussies that will be taken out of some bad dice roll.
Okay.
Okay. Now when I was making the characters, like the two characters that I've already made, when I made them originally, I did 10 rolls, and then with 5 dice, and then I took out the smallest number on the dice, and then I took the best of the 10 rolls to make different stats, because those stats were like for my original system or my actual system. But I'm going to convert things later, so don't worry about that part. But if we want, since I did that with these characters, we can do the same thing of 10 rolls. Take the best of the 10 rolls for your 6 stats, and you can take one dice out. You have one extra dice to kind of fall off too. So we can do it that way. If that sounds good with everybody, because then you don't have to worry about. Then you technically can kind of avoid certain bad rolls, like certain real bad rolls. You can be like, well, that one's trash. Just throw that one out. It's like 4 bonus rolls, because I think there's only 6 stats, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's only 6 stats, so we have like 4 bonus rolls. And an extra dice on top of that. So there should be like, you should have some pretty solid stats.
Okay.
Alright, is it possible you can roll for me? Because, like, I'm not sure how this works.
Okay.
I am also a little bit confused. I guess the main idea, but basically it is like you can roll 10 times and we choose which one we wish.
Yeah. Pretty much.
By the way, for me, I think I will have more stronger character. For me, it was planned that I have like 15 intelligence and 15 dexterity, and the rest is only 10. But if you wish to give me stronger character, okay.
I really use the dice because then it's just kind of more RNG, and just like it almost seems a little bit more fair that way. So instead of points are like, okay, yeah, everyone's built the same way. Everyone's built the same way with like an 18 on this, or also this does give you a chance to get a perfect 18. Because I think what it is that, no wait, how does that work? No, I think you have to roll. I think it's actually 4 dice. Actually, I think it's 4 dice. Actually, you're rolling, not 5, because an 18 is 3 6s. And that's like the best stat you can typically get. An 18 is 3 6s. So.
Yes, there is 4 dice.
4 dice gives you the extra dice. Actually, so that's what I meant.
Yes.
So only 4 dice.
Yes.
Only 4 dice. I messed up. And
Yes.
we can either go.
I'm gonna have to go in a little bit. I gotta go.
That's understandable. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube, which I'll link the YouTube video after I upload it, probably after it's all said and done. So that way you can kind of follow along, or just hit me up on the DMs, and we can go from there too if you want. If you need to continue building your characters, and also for the sake of argument, since I have like 4 characters, y'all can make as many characters as you want. I do have an entire world I gotta populate.
Right. Okay. I'm not sure how to like do my character entirely, so I'll probably chat to you a little bit later.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's a complicated process, but I am going to go through step by step right here since I got to make Midnight and Claire anyway. We'll go through step by step twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off. I'll catch you in a bit.
Okay, talk to you later.
Yes, I am looking forward to episode 1 and to be crazy with you. Okay.
I'm going to come up with a campaign for the Crazy Crew and a character for that, so we'll have to see how that goes.
It looks like that.
That's for
We
sure.
will be like, I think, students for 1 episode, and then we go off the road.
That's fair. Actually, yeah, I could probably come up with something for that. Anyway, so let's see. First stat.
Okay.
Um,
Just throw the dice and.
Since there's only 6 stats, since that was originally it was for 8 stats, since now it's only 6 stats, I might just knock it down to 8 rolls, so you can have 2 throwaway rolls that you can just like toss out. So it's probably just 8 rolls now. All right, first roll. I got a bring this down here so y'all can see.
What the?
I got a.
I see nothing.
You see nothing? Okay, still.
I see your I see your dice, but I cannot see the numbers.
Oh, you can't see the numbers?
Oh, wait a minute, I will put on a better.
Oh, quality?
There are 4, there is 3, there is basically. I don't see the yellow.
You can't see the yellow? I might replace the yellow then, but the yellow gave me a 5.
Okay, so basically you have 12, yes?
I believe that's the case.
Yes, I see.
No, yeah, 12. That's a 12.
Before I could.
I
Yes,
need
so-
a notepad file. I need a notepad file so I can
Yes,
keep
so-
track of these numbers.
Yes.
Okay, 12. Okay. Next roll. Ugh.
How much?
We got a 4, a 3, and a 2, and another 2 that I'm like throwing out here.
9. Yes.
4 plus 3, 7. Yeah, that's a 9. Oof. Alright, well, let's keep going.
So.
Not doing too good so far, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is a nice one. The one I threw to the side was a 1. But I got a 6, a 4, and a 4.
14.
Yep, 14. And just so you can see the 6 here.
Really nice.
Mm-hmm. That's a good stat. That's a good one. See, this is why I can do this with the whim of the dice, because we have like we have things that the random luck numbers just say, hey, no, this is gonna be bad. It's like, no, we're gonna throw that one out.
No problem. I use the
Ooh,
because
ooh,
was really random.
ooh.
How much?
Look at that.
17?
It's 17, I believe. So I got 2 6s and a 5. I got 2 6s and a 5 and then another 5 on top of that. That was a good roll. There we go. That's probably going straight into intelligence. That's probably going straight for Midnight's intelligence.
Me being smart. Okay, yes, definitely.
I mean, she's supposed to be the mind reader. She's supposed to be the mind reader, so yeah.
By the way, basically, my character was planned like intelligence for 15, dexterity, and the rest of stats are 10. So anything above that, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, this is for my character first, but it's like I can roll for your character if you want me to.
Yeah, I wish that. No, I think yes, because it will be much more fair because I have like electronic, you know.
Right. So I'll roll these dice for you after I get my 8 rolls out. So I have 5 right now.
Yes.
I'll roll for you as well. Ooh, this one's not bad. 6, 12, 15. Not bad at all.
By the way, better use the green dice instead of the yellow, because your yellow is really bad to see.
Alright, then. I switched it out.
Yes, exactly.
Can you see it better now? If I put it here?
Yeah, wait, I have like a much better. Much better.
Okay, fair enough. I have a 6, 6, and a 4, so that's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have one more, I believe. Yes, one more. $13.
Good stats.
Good stats indeed. Alright, well, we can just take out the 9 and 12 at the top there. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stats to work with. Okay. Going back to the developer stream real fast to put this camera so we can see the desktop camera. That's what I mean. All right, so these are the numbers I got. You know what? I might put that there. That there. Oh, I can lift that back up now for a sec. Dexterity. Let's see. Which of those numbers would be good for dexterity? Actually, hold on.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, this allows for the characters to actually be not necessarily have too many negative qualities, although it's still possible. Still throws that possibility to the wind, but it makes it a lot less possible that it was the case that you're just stuck with a character with bad stats. Alright, Dex. Let's go with 14 on Dex.
Your method is really good because it allows some wiggle room, you know?
Yes, a little bit of wiggle room, yes.
But you had really good throws because the smallest was like 9. So, of course, extra dice, but still, the smallest was 9. And the rest of them was 12 and up. So basically, when you take out one of the dice, still it is pretty
13.
good, even counting out that.
Right, there we go.
So
there we go. I'm not sure about the alchemist part yet for her, but I'm trying to think, because I need to make sure that she's going to have access to mind reading powers. So it's like her main character gimmick from some... Also, I need to go look up... I'm going to put it back on webcam for a moment, because I need to look something up, and I don't need to get in trouble with stream. Characters... Because the one thing about this character is I have a lot of art that is not safe for stream. So I need to see her eye color. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I need to figure out her eye color because my emote does not show eye color. It's very much closed eyes.
Yes, you have a little bit lag from my perspective, you know. There it happens your live stream and only a like 5 second delay.
That's normal.
See you.
I believe that's normal.
Yes.
Because that's just how streams are. Like, me and you talking, it's going to be a lot faster than what I say on stream. That's just normal.
Yes.
So, yeah. Pictures up. Okay, very much blue eyes. Okay. That's what I need to know. Like, light blue eyes. Okay.
Then you will throw dice for me, and then I can like make it in my stats.
Yes.
I think it's much more fair because you know that in number generators RPG, like this dice, still computers cannot make true randomness.
I will bring up a notepad file for you as well. I'll just reset the notepad file since I already got my stats. I think my lowest stat for Midnight was like a 13 overall. A 9 would have been if I just did 6 rolls. But anyway, so let's see. First roll for you. First roll for you. Not bad, not bad. Looks like a 16.
Oh, good.
Not bad at all. Then we got a 15.
Great.
Then you get a another 15. Okay. 12.
Okay, I can take it. Three stats are bigger than I had initially.
This one's a 10.
What?
That one was a 10. Because there was 2 4s and a
10,
2.
okay.
Alright, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 17?
17?
Yep.
What? Come on. I have devilish luck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9.
9, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more
The
extra.
last one is
Last one? Wait.
16.
Oh yeah, this is the.
More time, yes?
Right. I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yep, this is the last roll. Last roll is 12. So we can take out the 9
so I
and.
take out 1 9 and 1 10. And I have basically, I take out 9, I take out 10, and I have
Much better stats than you thought you were going to have. You have much better stats than you thought you were going to have, that's for sure. Alright.
Yes, because I usually try to have I do not like to be overpowered, but I do not like to be underpowered, so you will need to, how to say,
Yeah, these are characters for a video game, so it's like, I don't care.
Challenging.
I mean, regardless of anything, this campaign is going to be challenging because some of these books are meant for like level 20 characters, but we're not going to touch some of that. I don't know how I want to do this because there's a couple questions. I was also debating adding some of these to this campaign. Like I have also actual Pathfinder books too. So, and then I have a lot of books for them.
It is maximum character.
Like all these different little books. But I might save these for the other planet. Because I have another planet I need to make stories for too. But I'm debating. This one, I've also debated adding this one to the story too. But I don't know.
Okay. But still, these stats are a lot of better across the board, literally even like 50% than I thought. And okay, but still, there are strength, I know, intelligence, dexterity, wisdom, constitution, and charisma. Pretty interesting.
So you put them on your
Because,
character sheet already? I want to make sure I can like get rid of it.
Yes, I have 12 strength, I have 17 intelligence, 16 dexterity, 12 wisdom, 15 constitution, and 15 charisma. So,
Sounds good to me.
but what is wisdom? Because I understand every stat except wisdom. It is like
Okay, wisdom I think is for clerics. Wisdom is basically another
so
spell modifier. Like intelligence is a spell modifier and wisdom is a spell modifier.
yes, but basically it is useless for wizard. Yes.
For the most part, yes. Except for there are like hold on, let me put this on the proper camera again. I messed up. Let's see. That one. Let me bring up one of my other characters here. Jet here. Let's bring him up. There is one thing about these stats that do have another use, though. Besides that, though. Another reason why it's actually good to probably have better stats all the way around. Skills. Like acrobatics, appraising, bluffing, all this. There's a modifier based off your actual stats. And then how many ranks you put into it based off of your classes and such.
Clear. Basically, what I started to tell is when I make characters, then I try to understand target audience, and afterwards I try to understand basically, especially about games, the unique aspect. And regarding fighting, no, it is I really like the creativity, and for me, like being wizard or something like that, I basically always pick wizards when I play role playing, because as warrior or something like that, you are just attacking and dealing damage, but wizards can use their abilities in very creative ways,
That's
including,
kind of
for
why
example, Divinity 2 originals.
That's kind of why, in a stupid sense, I've kind of went with most of my characters being a dual class. As you can see, that way they have some melee skills and magic skills, except for Jet here, who has no magic skills. But like, that's another reason why I'm debating this one, because I need to make sure okay. Like, oh shit, I don't have that book on me actually, because that book does not actually belong to me. Dang it. Anyway, we'll go with 12 at the moment for that. Oh, this part. Okay, this is where I need to look at that. I'm going to actually... Hold on, I need to go back. I want to keep Midnight's character sheet up. I want to actually work on a different character, too, in the same process. Oh, shoot, I meant... Alright, hold on. You know what, it's fine. We'll come back. Because I'm not entirely sure how I want Midnight yet. Midnight is kind of still... I know I want her to have mind reading powers, that's it.
What?
Okay, I was about to ask if you're still there, but I heard you again, so it's like, okay, good.
Yes, there is a little bit. Basically, I need another roll, and it is starting wealth. I have 2d6 times 10 GP. And in addition, each character begins play with an outfit worth 10 GP or less, and plus, of course, the ring, which I get because I need armored class as far as I see.
Well, right now I'm just going to put with like armor class of like standard clothing. It's probably just like has no additional benefit. So, just use your dex bonus, and as for the armor class, which should be right there. Like typically with the other characters, it's like already filled in as the dex bonus, like dex modifier that. So just 10 plus that equals your total. Just type in the total there. I will get to HP in just a second. That's actually the next step I need to actually work on. But shoot, what class do I want her to be? Because I think I want her to probably have access to magic, but at the same time, the thing with it though, I'm going to allow multi-classing. This is one thing for my campaign that I'm going to allow. Multi-classing is as open as you want it to be.
Okay, I will be much more wizard because it's my first time playing D&D this version, and also it is much more appropriate how I think about, because multitasking is to understand another class as deeply as I understand wizard, and it is like mental capacity. So
right, I got you.
Just single class.
Right, and the more you single class, the better off you'll probably be, because you can actually reach level 20 with a single class.
Yes, exactly.
For now. For now.
Multitasking is advanced, at least as far as I see it.
That is true.
Okay, armor. So basically, armor level is like 0 or 13. Yes, there is 10 plus dexterity modifier, which is 13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know I want you to also be a gunslinger.
Since there is touch armor class, flat-footed armor class.
Yes. I'm going to have to look them up. You know what? Let's look them up probably right now in just a second, as soon as I double check something.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, honestly, right now, maybe I might just go with this. But you were kind of like saying something. I might throw in another thing that may allow us to go beyond level 20. Due to the fact that, for my stuff, what I'm doing for this is, the reason I'm basically doing this is because, basically, there's a couple reasons. One, if your character is like part, well, let me clear my thoughts and start this again. Hold on. For one, basically, if each of these levels I'm doing is basically going to be 5 character levels for the game.
Clear.
Actually, might make her 20.
I get you. Basically, you have level 100 as initial, but you still can have additional levels, like bonus experience. Totally agree. But now I am thinking much more about because really, what is touch armor? I understand what is armor class. There is touch armor.
I think touch and flat-footed are like, I think flat-foot is if you're not prepared, but I don't know what that actually puts you down. Flat-foot is when you're not prepared. And like, they catch you by surprise. The enemy catches you by surprise, so...
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what flat-footed means. I don't know what that does number-wise. I need to go look that up.
But still I do not... yes, I am now looking up because... What is touch armor?
Well, this is why we're going over an entire process of this to actually build characters. This is what half of this stream is for. So let's all learn together because I'm still learning myself. Let's see. Game mastering, armor, and overincumbents. Just talk about armor class. This is what I'm needing to know. Exploration and movement. What the heck? It's over encumberness. Okay, Pac-Man 99. That's great. I'll play you probably someday later for a stream, but this is not that day. Okay. Okay, I don't think this is... what I'm looking for. You know what? This is for the actual thing. Flat armor, right? Flat-footed, I think is what it is. Shoot. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, flat-footed armor class. It's attacking me while I'm doing things. Alright. Okay. Combat. Okay. It's actually the page is probably on. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, armor class. I think that's where I need to go. We're learning this all together. Alright. Armor bonus. Armor class. That's the basic rule of armor class. Is all that. Dexterity, shield bonus, armor bonus. Yada yada. Other modifiers. Size modifiers. Mediums. Typically +0. Okay, so that's a good thing. So no touch attacks. Some attacks are designed to disregard armor. The aggressor needs to only touch a foe for such attacks to take full effect. Touch attack. Oh. Okay, so touch is AC without the armor or shield.
That is basically a 10? No, 13. Because it is armor class plus dexterity. Yes?
Exactly. Armor class plus dexterity, yes. Now what's flat? I'm almost thinking flat-footed. I'm almost going to think flat-footed is going to be the opposite. But I'm not sure.
Okay, because it is like surprise, it means... I would say that it's basically 10, if I guess.
No, I'm going to say... I would say that flat-footed...
There must be the condition or something like that.
Hold on, let me look it up. I'm trying to look it up here.
Yes.
Flat-footed.
That's how I said no rush.
Flat-footed. At the start of the battle, you have before you had a chance to act, specifically before you're flat-footed. You can't use a dexterity bonus to AC, if any. Flat-footed. Okay, so it's the opposite. It means only your armor and shield bonuses count.
Yes, makes sense. Okay,
makes sense.
Hit points, now we need dice because wizards' hit points are equal to D6. What?
Yep.
Weakling.
You gotta keep in mind that with the HP that I have, the HP that I have is because I did a paladin and then a sorcerer roll for these characters. Like that one was a paladin and a sorcerer roll, and that one was a fighter and gunslinger roll to get him 15.
Yes, but basically I have like D6, and I get Constitution modifier or what?
Yeah, you get the Constitution modifier, yes. You do get your Constitution modifier. Hold on, I will... If you want, I can do that roll as well.
Because I think it's only fair that if you roll for your characters and you roll for me, so it is from dice, not from that. But I can roll
If people
for
want to make their
myself also,
characters,
but I think it's much
on
more-
the flip side though, if people want to make their own characters. Oh wait, not the yellow dice. Not the yellow dice. Let's see. Hold on, let me get you a few d6s here so you can choose which one you think will give you the best chance here. That's my DV dice. Let me get you a few dice here to choose from, just for shits and giggles, more or less.
Yellow one is the worst one.
I already took out the yellow one right now. It's over here, see?
Yes, that is why I said that.
Here we go. Some dice to choose from. You can't see them. There they are. You can pick which one of these that you like the most. And I will roll that to see which what you get.
Okay. Wait a minute. A little bit. Yes. Oh my God, come on it. I like that red with dots.
Red with dots? This one?
Yes, red with dots. You know, it is classical. It's that classy. Yes.
Alright, classic and classy. Got it. Alright, I'll put the rest of these dice up. I'll keep these dice over here because these are my rolling dice. You got...
But I will laugh my ass off if it will be one.
You got a 4. It's not a 1. You got a 4. Although, people... I was going to say, also people at home, for if you want to actually make a character and join in this campaign, because like I said, there is infinity slots for this. I'm not, it's like, whatever. You can basically do... You can basically roll your characters up on your own to join in. If you want to follow the rule set I got, or just a general rule set in general, or actually go look up how D&D typically does it and do it that way, I mean, you can. Just make your characters and you can join, basically. And like I said, with the multi-classing is unlimited. Most of y'all's characters are probably going to start at level 1, so only probably single class, but you can, every time you level, you can choose to continue leveling up your current class or choose to level up another class. I'm going to keep multi-classing completely open. And like I said, technically, you're probably, depending on how often people play, if they go to get to level 20, I'll probably let them keep going to like level... see, the silly part is that, honestly, if I want, like, characters, the story characters, to get up to level 1000, to get up to, like, Disgaea rank characters, I'd have to get the D&D characters up to possibly, like, a max of, like, 200. So, but, I mean, right now, we're just say that the maximum is probably going to be 100 or 200 for D&D, so... the characters are going to get ridiculous. And also, I'm not going to put a cap on stats. If you have things to keep building up your stats, that's fine. Like, if you get, like when a class says, hey, you can actually get an attribute point this level. If you get an attribute point, cool. If you get something that might happen in the story that actually boosts up an attribute, cool. I'm not going to stop you at 20. I'm not even going to stop you at 30. I'm just not going to stop you. That's basically it. I'm just going to let the stats go up as high as they are able to, as long as it makes sense in the story. Those are my little extra conditions for this. That's my personal thing. But again, we're talking like much later in the future. And also, this allows it to, if you're multi-classing, like if you're multi-classing too, if you get to level 40, you can have 2 characters up to like 2 different level 20s maxed out. So that's another reason I have the multi-classing as open as possible. It's so that, because by the end of it, you're probably going to be able to max out like 10 separate classes. So, if by the end of it, but
10 classes. Oh my freaking god!
Yeah,
I think that less is better because you need restrictions.
These characters.
To create the creativity.
Restrictions do lead to creativity, but at the same time, we're also talking about characters that possibly can get up to powers of like, I don't know. Characters like in Dragon Ball Z. I mean, my girlfriend already has a Dragon Ball Z based character. My girlfriend already has a Dragon Ball Z based character, so we're talking about crazy like that, and also.
Yes, I understood. I thought that we will have like more like JoJo's. Yes, it is powerful than humans, but still at the building level, not like the planet busting level. It is freaking crazy.
Some of the bad guys are going to be able to destroy. Some of the bad guys are probably going to be able to destroy the planet with just like a basically a very powerful spell. So we're thinking we're going to go crazy with this, but again, that's later. And also, much later, we're going to have characters that are like that. And there has to be a reason why they'd be able to break their boundaries. The typical boundary of a normal person is 20. Something is going to have to break that boundary 9 other times to get them up to that point. Like DV...
It is really great because...
Or okay.
Because it means that I can try out... It means that I can try out also, after I finish with Wizard, I can try Alchemist, I can try Druid, I can try all these different classes, you know?
Exactly. You can do that and all in one character. You can also make other characters to try out those other classes too. But, yeah. And like I said, I'm not going to even limit people to one character. You can make as many characters as you want and stuff of that nature. I'm basically putting this out in the open that, hey, anybody that wants to join this, like... You can join this. I'm going to keep this completely open. I'll probably make a server or something specifically for this, so that way we can actually use it. And I'll probably even like make a command on here to do that. For right now, I'm going to do these commands though, and also even in my thing to basically be like, if you want to be a part of this, join like this. Join a like certain Discord or something like that, and that way we can get you all on a call. And I might have to limit it because people can talk over each other a lot. So I might have to limit it to maybe like 4, 5, 6 people at a time, 4, 5, 6 characters at a time, for like parties of 4, 5, 6, you know, stuff of that nature. But other than that, we're going to be as open as possible. Unless there's like other things going on, then it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting, and we'll have to actually do other things too. So that's what we're going to be doing with all this.
Basically, know about the hit points. I will have like 4 hit points because 2 from the roll and 2 from the modifier.
You got a 4 on the roll.
Yes. I got 4. Okay. Then
yeah, you got a 4 on the roll.
Yes. Sorry, I
yeah, you have 6 hit points. Yes.
4 from the roll and plus 2 from the modifier.
Exactly.
Because I have Constitution 15.
Mhm.
Then there is damage reduction and spell resistance.
All right, hold on. Let me get back to the thing so everyone can see what I'm doing again. Because I had to explain all that because that seemed very important because again, this is all for building the stuff for my game world. But hey, everybody can basically help be a part of this. Okay. Your class should tell you what these are. I basically, for the sake of argument, since I multi-classed, I took the best of both classes. So like in a sense, I just...
How can you have 18 for HP?
For
HP,
DV? What was his again? Oh, again,
HP.
Alright, his constitution's +2. We'll keep that part in mind as I go to do this real fast. I can show you exactly how I got that. And I just rolled that the other day. I rolled it off camera so I could have a couple basic characters to start with.
Yes, but still it is like you have triple my HP. I know that I'm just feeble wizard, but still, I have 6 HP and you have 18. It is...
You gotta also keep in mind, currently my characters are all level 2.
Oh.
because they have one class. They're level 1 paladin, level 1 sorcerer. That means level 2.
Yes.
So
Oh.
they're already level.
Yes, but it means.
If you want,
Okay.
I could almost let
Okay,
you.
no,
Okay, finish what you're gonna say.
I don't need more. I just was a little bit surprised because of the difference. Because I know that Wizards has the least amount of HP. It is like glass cannon.
Right, paladins. A paladin gets a D10, so I did a D10 roll, and then
Yes.
a sorcerer gets a D6. I think I got like a 9 plus 2 is 11, and then 5 plus 11, 16 plus 2 is 18. Yeah, I got a 9 and a 5 on my rolls for DV for his health.
And when you move class, then you count them together.
Huh?
Huh.
Yeah, and then they both get the Constitution bonus. Because again, 2 separate levels. You always add the Constitution every time you level up. But yeah, like you got a level up in Paladin, and a level up in Sorcerer, basically. And that's how he got his 18 health.
Okay. And then there is like damage reductions is basically 0, yes?
I would assume so,
Because as
yes.
far as I know, okay, 0. And spell resistance also 0. Fortitude is base save. I need to watch the wizard. Basically, I have 0 on the saves. As wizard, I have base attack bonus, fort save, ref save, will save.
Yeah, you just follow that. You follow that, though, the thing of your current level. Basically, like the fort save, the will save, all that. Like, I had +2 and then +2, and then I think the sorcerer didn't help me anything with reflex, so I just got that. You put your...
Yes, resistance, courtesy.
Put your base save here, and then you put your total here, and then if there's any other modifiers. But with no modifiers right now. There'd be no other modifiers right now.
Yeah. Resistance. I don't see any resistance to magician.
Nah, you'd probably get more resistance if the only type of resistance you'd get is probably from your race.
Combat, maneuver, defense.
Because you probably need to look at you probably have to look at race too and make sure to also. That's another thing technically too. Your race. What's like your race? Their character's race.
I have Nufia and dog. Basically, I have dog, half a
Yeah, I that's true.
What?
But like we still need to use one of the races off of here too for stat modifications.
Because I could be a human or I could be like, what is kobold? Wait a minute, I will.
That's why there's like monster races. It's like basically all this stuff here. It's like I gave one of my girlfriend's character is where is it? Kitsune. Because they are a fox.
Yes, I try to find maybe wait.
And then I'm probably gonna give. I had to actually
because
look.
I wish to be like half human, half dog, but
Like that's what aesthetically that's what we're gonna look like. Aesthetically, we're gonna look half human, half dog, or whatever. But you can choose one of these, probably preferably if you're going to be a dog. I'm trying to think of which one would actually be good for a dog. If we had a mouse character, that rat folk would be real good.
Because I like human, because add one spell from wizard spell list to wizard spellbook, this spell must be at least one level below the highest spell level he can cast, which is a little bit weird because I get all the level 0 spells. Close bones. So, fetching. I need a little bit too, because if there was like a werewolf or something like that, I could use it as
yeah, I'm trying to look for something like a werewolf too. Believe me, I am looking for a werewolf. Something that would be very much like a werewolf would be very useful right now.
Yes.
What is a kobold? What does a kobold look like? Hold on. I have a monster manual here. Hold on. That's what this is for. I'm hoping it'll be in case. That is an L. That means I have passed K. Release the crackdown. Oh, kobolds are like tiny dragons.
Yes, that is why it is not appropriate.
Yeah, kobolds are tiny dragons. Okay. I thought it was something like that, but I forgot. I know catfolk is almost an option, but I know it's completely different though. Kitsune would still... foxes and dogs are kind of like in the same kind of like thing.
Yes, but I am watching also the bonuses to some extent. But
I know what the bonus is to Kitsune. Let's look up Kitsune real fast here on here. I know the bonuses to Kitsune are like the actual racial bonuses. Is they get +2 dexterity, +2 charisma. They get -2 strength. They get agile. They get a +2 on acrobatics check. They eventually get the ability to change shapes eventually.
oh,
And then you can add 1
sounds interesting.
DC for enchantment spells that they cast. Like add a DC, like add what the heck is it? What's that stand for? DC.
Sounds really
Difficulty
interesting.
class.
Recommend?
Difficulty class. Okay, that's what it is. Difficulty. You also get low light vision, and you have a bite attack.
Because there are so much info.
There's also other alternate options too if you want to switch it out. If you want to be unique.
Yeah.
It's all types of alternate content. Also with the classes, if you want to be also with the alternate stuff, there are variations on each class on here, which I found kind of interesting. Which I might.
But basically, you know, I really like also that Kitsune because Fox is really, really witty, and my character is trickster. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that is why it's great fit.
So yeah,
My
Kitsune
character
is
is
work.
trickster.
Yeah. After thinking about it, I kind of thought, you might like the Kitsune anyway because they have shape-shifting. Doop-doop. It might not be something that's completely legal, but hey.
Really famous.
Also, it might be something that's more like you might have to have like training in it,
Yes.
and the training's not necessarily known, so it might be harder to do transform. So we might have to make it to where something happens to allow you to have that ability, but once you have that ability, or like have limits on it or something, so that you can't go crazy with it. But yes, because I'm doing the same thing with my girlfriend as well, on that one, with the
Basically, I see also the years. I will say that I'm like 19 or something like that to fit the college. Otherwise, 27 and going to college. The abilities. I really like this idea. It is even better than I started to think, because I could be like a little dog, but at the same time, Kitsune really fits the trickster motif of transformation. And really, it also does not limit me my intelligence and strength. So basically, I change my parameters. So -2 to strength, +2 to charisma, +2 to dexterity. The strength is from 12 to 10.
Yep.
Plus 2 to dexterity.
Yep.
It's 18 and +2 to charisma. Really
Yep.
nice stats. So it starts the Kitsune. So
Yep.
70 feet. So.
Alright.
A little bit, I will change my stats because
Let me get caught up here with oh shoot, no. X out of that for that. Let's see.
Yes. Really nice. I was filling out the initiative. Initiative is 4. Initiative, it is like attack order, yes?
Yes.
Initiative.
1 second. Let me get caught up on Claire real fast, so that way I can show everybody at home what's going on. I showed the default rolling process since that, but I had already done this character in advance, so I'm just going to use the stats I rolled for them before on a campaign that I was doing with basically me and my roommates, more or less. But it also was using my stats, but it wasn't working out very well. It was very chaotic. So that's why we're just going to play straight up D&D now. That's the roll 1. I need characters for the story. There you are. These are all the characters. Some of these are mine. Some of these are my girlfriend's. These are all the characters that we have planned for this campaign so far.
Oh.
And here's a look at my old stats and how I'm going to determine this. Okay. So, let's see. So, I'm definitely going to put that 17 in Dex. Oh shoot. Rude thing is rude. Kicking me, like locking me off when I'm in the middle of stuff. Okay. There you go. Okay. Also, go ahead and have you on a new tab so that way you're there. And then bring this one back up as the main page. That way, if I actually think of what you are. Yeah, I'm going to just have it to where Claire might not have too much magic unless she actually learns it. Alright. Oh, good. That 17 I wrote down didn't get wrote down because it's like, hey, you logged off. It's like, no, I didn't. let's put the. I know it says wisdom and intelligence, but technically there might be. I kind of swapped them from what D&D has, so I might have 15 here and a 30. Also, just for silliness sake, you can go crazy with this. Look at this. You can go crazy and get all types of pluses. So that's another reason I'm saying, hey, we can build up our stats. Like if there's reasons that the stats can build up, they can. I'm not going to care too much.
Such a good guy to Super Saiyan. By the way, I really like that for Japanese anime and so on, that they have like special forms and so on, and I have special form. I have my.
I definitely do like the idea of special forms as well, because yeah, HP.
Usually that is how they reach these crazy levels. For example, there is base level and then they achieve super ultra mega giga level, some kind of crazy technique, and so they can destroy planet. But usually it has cost, And I really like that power boost comes for a cost, power spike comes for a cost.
Yeah,
so
14
you cannot
for that
just
one.
panic without thinking.
Yeah, there we go. Alright. There we go. Those are the ones I'm keeping for the dice rolls. I took those 8 rolls that I did for before and kept those ones. Basically. Armor class that. Touch means no armor. Flat foot means no dodge. Okay. I do have to re-roll for HP here because I just took the HP stat and did that. So I do need to go find out what a rogue and a gunslinger. Okay, gunslinger's a D10. I remember that much now. I just need to go look up a rogue real fast.
Question about racial traits. I have all of them or what? There are I understand magical racial traits, but there is also like alternative racial traits and so on. For example, fast shifter or keen kitsune or something like that.
Okay, racial traits. That's the wrong character.
I understand that I have magic, but there is alternative racial traits and there is third-party racial traits.
Let me get down there with the character real fast.
Yes.
Wait, where are you seeing the racial traits at?
In the same page where you get the kitsune. I mean.
Oh, okay. You're looking at the D&D page. Okay.
Yes, D&D page because.
Not looking at the character sheet. Okay. This is the one that actually has the best stuff, even though this kind of spoils the thing, but it's okay. See, you can put your traits down here below the skills. There's places to put traits. Like this is where you put your racial bonuses and stuff of that nature. Your class bonuses. Like the bonus for it has when you you look at the class and that, and then you can basically be like this. You write all this stuff in, but for the sake of my argument, I just copied and pasted
Yes.
I just copied and pasted whatever it said underneath the thing. I get you. This one I think was a super long one. Yeah, this one was a super long one. So I just copy and pasted this whole thing and then basically have it to where it's like, okay, you just click into it and you can read what it does. Basically. It's basically the best way of looking at it because I don't think there's anything else you can do with it. So you can just do that.
And basically, when I start, I have my initiative, I have my speed, base attack bonus. What? Type 0, 0. I have. Yes, I see. So basically, all the skills which are listed, I have. Take some time to make all this sheet.
Right. Oh, wait, no, it's not that. I need to go up here. It's just rogue.
So basically, I have class skills. They are beginning class. For example, for wizard, it is like apprise, craft, fly. All these are beginning class skills.
Yes, you have actually.
Yes?
You just if you're on the same thing I am, everything that it says is your class. Everything that's in your class, you put a nice little check mark next to it. And if you're multi-classing, this does mean that if you are indeed multi-classing, you can put all of those. I even put crafting. I even put some craft stuff there too. That both characters have like a little bit. Both the characters I've done so far have like different types of crafting because of both of them actually had a craft thing as a class bonus. And I was like, in Jets in the military, and DV's dad might be a salesman for equipment, so he might make his own equipment. So that's how I've basically added those two as the thing for that. So, yes.
Basically, there are 2 craft skills, so I must decide what type of craft I can do, or what.
If you want to, there are 2-3 different crafts. If you have, your class will probably only give you 1 craft. You can debate what that is. It has it has a thing that you can write down what type of craft you can make. And then on top of that, then you could put race in. But I will show how that works in a moment as soon as I get caught up. Okay, and also need a D8. Okay. I'm still a bit behind here.
Like 3 crafts, and it is like, what?
Still a bit behind here. Oh, also 46 and I think it's almost 5d6 for the gunslinger, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get caught up with Claire here, then I can actually continue onward.
Okay.
I'm about to do some rolling here in a second. I'll switch over the camera here in a sec for rolling, but I need to verify how much starter wealth I get. I got 5d6. You also have a starter wealth that was right above your, that was right below your hit die. That we can do too.
Huh? What?
Right at the top of the wizard page, there should be a starting wealth thing.
Yes.
I'm about to roll for that for Claire right now. And then also...
money, yes?
Yes, money.
Yes, starting money, okay, starting wealth. Wait a minute, we'll find. Basically, starting wealth, how I mentioned, is 2d6.
Times 10. Okay. Well, so, I will roll for that in just a moment. I'll roll for yours as well since you're here and all that. Alright, give me one moment here and I will do exactly that. Also for, well, anybody watching this ahead, like later on, you can, oh, hey Doc. I made one on the D&D website character build thing, even though I doubt I will use it. Huh. Well, who knows? You might be able to use that one day, Doc. Anyway, so let me get to the webcam here. I mean, you could probably use your characters on this story too. I don't care. I'm down for it. Anyway, so we have dice. First, I'm going to roll Claire's hit points. A D10 and a D8.
Okay.
A D10 was for the gunslinger and a D8 for the rogue. Oh, nice D8. We have a 5 and an 8. Also, Claire gets these nice little pink dice. These are the Claire-specific dice. Nice little pink dice. That's why I got these ones for her. So 5, 8, 13. What's her? Oh, her Constitution's +0. Oof. So it's just going to be a 13. If I'm not mistaken. This one. Because I don't think she has any Constitution whatsoever, so I think she just gets 13 hit points. Yep, Constitution's +0. Yep, 13 hit points. She has the lowest of my characters so far. Anyway, starting wealth now. You're all still looking at me, ain't you? Yes. Okay, hi. Alright. Everything exploded. Where's my... Oh, I'm holding the yellow dice. Okay. Also switch out the yellow dice for the red dice. Alright. So for starting wealth, we're going to get... 8, 14, 15. So that's 150 for that roll. And I'll add this dice here. And I'll add Claire's specific dice. Where's her D6? There's like an entire dice set for like for each of those things. So here's her nice pink D20. Oh, here's her pink D6. Alright, 10, 16, 19, 23. 23. Alright, and for you, I'll bring out this dice back. I'll bring you out 2 of these dice. I'll bring you 2 red D6s with the dots.
Yes, oh. So, come on.
You got a... Oh, it's not low enough. You got a 4 and a 2. So you got
60 gold?
60.
60. Oh, yeah.
Magicians be poor.
Yes.
What were the 2 numbers I just said? 23 and what?
What?
What were the 2 numbers I just said? Like before yours.
I said 2 and 4.
Okay, that was for
I don't
you.
remember.
That was for you. I meant for me because I completely forgot to write those down.
I don't remember. You can look in your
I can look at the video afterwards if anything. I know 23 and something else, but I don't even know if the camera was down to actually see the dice themselves, but that was not intentional. Anyway, so that's that.
I'm just poor magician.
Yep.
That is why I'm trickster. I will just steal the money. I am from poor family, so I just will steal. And by the way, I need also for my crafts. Like there is like craft. Remember, you can throw a dice. For example, I wish a crafts, but there is like various. For example, if you throw 5, it is a wooden spoon. If there is for example, 20, then there is complex or superior items such as lock.
Shoot.
You know?
I just hit the wrong button. Need to actually technically probably just unpin this because I'll probably not use this again. This other one's actually doing pretty good. I might just uninstall it.
Really important because I'm I am creating things. I'm conjurer. You know?
Yeah, I got you. You can conjure things. Yes. Crafting would be for actual like crafting it like out of like proper materials and stuff and such. But we'll see what type of craft you want, because I mean conjuring is just making something out of magic, and depending on the spell, it's either going to stay there or it's going to disappear after a few minutes.
Yes, the most likely it is, or it can last like for a day and then it will disappear. I have read those conjuring magics, and I know that basically gaining additional levels. Then I choose specifically not the standard conjuring school, but I choose like where it was the first. The one where I specifically make items, you know.
Right.
Creation, basically. Yes, creation magic. Where I trade my life because I'm pacifist, because I do not attack with that acid. Because I do not also wish to teleport, I can't conjure things such as ropes and so on.
Right.
But basically, it is really overpowered skill if you know how to use it, and if not, then it is pretty useless.
Right.
And
the 3
also,
pages
there
set
is
up.
things such as you can conjure also food, and food who lasts for days. So really, it is like I can make a food and sell people.
Depending on the food, that would probably I'm going to use a Tengu for my bird girl. So bird people probably get Tengu. It's basically a bird race.
Okay, but basically, traps. I think a really interesting thing and appropriate to trickster is traps, because I can capture objects, no problem, such as if they do not have moving parts. But then I think much more logical it would be that I make traps, because tricksters are traps, because traps has a more additional level of complexity which I can conjure with my magic. I think it also fits very good to the story.
Right.
Make traps. Because like weapons, shields, firearms and so on, it is very attack oriented. The alchemy is another class. But basically there is no downsides to multi-classing, and I think it is interesting. Because,
Right.
for example, how do you gain experience? You gain at the same time, or you gain based on your affinity?
Now that I'm just going to have it to where I'm just going to have to make up numbers later on for levels beyond 20, because how it's supposed to work is that every level you get, like whenever you cross the threshold to get level 2, then you can choose which class you want to level up, and then you got to build up to level 3 to do it again, level 4, level 5, so on. So,
Then I can get it.
so
Because I can also when I made these characters, and I was thinking about single class, and I thought that the multi-classing was like additional when you max out or you gain during the story.
right. So after level 20, I'm going to have to make up numbers. But again, I'm not going to worry about level 20 until we actually get there. So we got to get there first. I have never even got a character to level 20 before, so on D&D. So I've never actually completed a single campaign of D&D before. So we're going to see how that works out.
Yes. No, the thing what I'm thinking is about multi-classing. If I, for example, do not wish to fall behind, I need better stats, and how you tell that basically if you have 2 classes and you have better stats overall. But I think really about the HP and so on, much more appropriate would be to choose a higher number and it's all, not that 2 bonuses stack up regarding the HP. But still, yes, if for example I choose that, okay, wizard, but then I will add an additional class, basically like alchemist or like druid. I think druid would be a really nice class. Then I just add skills and add HP.
Okay.
Yes?
Okay.
Yes,
I have to stop for a second because I just noticed this. Ouch. When I'm looking at my constitution numbers, I was looking at these 2 numbers and debating which one I wanted. I bring that up because look at this penalty for freaking Tengu. If I use that on my current 11, that'd be a 9. I'd be at a -1 on constitution. That'd bring her HP down by 2 additional numbers. I think I'm going to say that I used this number, and it got brought down to that number. Let's just roll with that. We're going to roll with that. Ouch. No, thank you.
Wait. Negative numbers. It's like undead. So... What is that? Because what I get a little bit confused it is about multi-classing is how these classes interact, you know?
Yeah.
Because basically I can get like twice as much, at least starting spells, I can get twice as much HP and so on. But at the same time it is like also twice as much to manage. Do you understand? Basically, I wish only wizard because the one class thoroughly understand is much easier than to understand like 2 classes and to manage on their interactions.
Mm-hmm.
It is a little bit. It is a bit, for example, if you are like a wizard, you need to prepare wizard spells and prepare to druid spells.
Right.
It's manageable, but still, you are basically doubling. These things.
Also, I was going to bring up something else on that character sheet now that I think about it, the other character sheet. Also, those numbers that you see, those are my actual stats for the story. After we get done with all this role-playing, I probably need to contact the people that do this with me and actually figure out their actual levels for my game.
Yes.
And stats and such. But I'll base the stats, I can actually base the stats off what this looks like mostly, but yeah, I'll have to figure it out. I knew you were building up. I knew you were getting ready to come in. Please just go away. I did not mean to click you. I'm tired of accidentally clicking the the opposite stream window.
Yes. Basically, what I'm saying, if you are multi-classing, then I need to think one more class. That is why, because otherwise I feel either I will be, I'm not using all the tools, you know, in my toolbox. I'm just fighting with half of my strength. It a little bit sucks, and to be honest, until the next stream, I will make through all the wizard stuff. And afterwards, I will think about my another affinity, another class, because really I have more tools with who to play. Not only having this wizard skill set, which is interesting, but additional skill set, which will increase my variety, what I can do.
Right.
You are not making it easy on yourself because to manage all these things.
I know. I'm not making it easy on myself. I don't plan to. But at the same time, I'm trying to build an entire world, possibly universe. So it's going to be tricky. And like I've already established, I'm going to have more than one world going on. So we're going to have to make other characters later for like a completely different planet later on.
Yes, but still you are.
But
know,
right now, I
these
just want to
games
get the Nufia
are
story started to have a
it's,
game done.
Making games and so on. What I have learned is little is better. Start with little and then branch out. Of course, you can have like parallel worlds, but starting it all at the same time and so on. It is like at some point either you will make it, but you will like will be really tired, or you will crumble under the weight, or you will just make mistakes because you cannot keep up with all. But in your place, if I started, I will say, okay, we will have digital world, we will have that, but at the beginning we will have just like 3 people, we will have one location, school, and we have like one class, and afterwards when we get in the mood, you had like understand, okay, you have all this and then get like bonus class like after level 20. I think it will be much more manageable for newbies who just start and just try to get the hang of it, and also for you, because when the spells interact, it is really can break the game. Basically, I think that is one of the reasons why usually campaigns go to level 20, because then you need to make trade-off.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I gotcha.
Or you will need to be one tip, then be really flexible. Be ready to.
I am really good. Like one of my personal skills that I'm good at is improvising.
Okay,
to be fair, so
I am golden, because what I will try to do, I will make character, and after I will send you, I will roll on my own to my second character, basically. But what I will do is go through wizard, because it's much easier to go through one, and afterward I will overlay with my second character. But, okay, I will. Yes, so basically I need also craft. It is craft. So many things. But next time is
it will definitely be an interesting campaign, that's for sure. It'll definitely be an interesting experience, and that's why we're going to try to get through as much of this as possible. I mean, you've already seen how many books I already have for this. I am ready for this. And I already have a bunch of free online books, too, for other campaigns, too. They're kind of much shorter, but we can, if we decide we want to do something that's, like, not in any of these books, I can be like, you know what? We go here. I'll look through my quests and be like, okay, we'll just go do this quest instead. So I have other options, too, on top of that. Now, I'm not going to give Claire the same thing as I did Jet. On one part, okay, fort and reflex. Okay, so I'm not going to start her off with the gun. I'm going to give her the actual broken gun. But she'll fix it as time goes on when she gets the money. Although she might already have the money, so I might already just say that she fixed it. Maybe we could say that she fixed it. I don't know, because I think it's like 300 gold, and technically, depending on what those rolls were, that I can't remember, because I didn't write them down, because I'm brilliant. Huzzah. Okay, there we go. Fortitude, +2, okay.
So basically, I need to craft things, so I'm looking at how to make crafting. That is also how I'll interact, for example, with my Kitsune. Kitsune, no modifiers, good. Okay, nice.
Yeah, base attack is 0 for you, but what about you? Base attack is 1.
Because Kitsune also, what we use, because there are also said publishers and so on, and there is really much information, and because I look through, like, we use also said publisher things, yes? or we just limit ourselves to without self-publisher? That is also a question.
Okay, repeat that question again.
Do we use self-publisher information? Because, for example, Kitsune as a character, there is like base things, and then there is third-party publisher content, and then there is additional traits, racial traits. The same is with magics and so on. Basically, my question is, do we use third-party publishers as our...
Oh, you're asking if we... Oh, I know what you're asking. Okay, you're asking about, like, these alternate racial traits things. Plus, like, the third-party publisher things. That's what you're asking about. You're asking about this stuff that I just put on the screen right now. If it says... What you can do is it should say that each of these different things should be replace something. So you can only have like I think there's the standard stuff, and then like all the stuff like the feats and skill racial traits, offense and defense. Those you might only be able to be limited to how many ever of those you have, because I know like this trait replaces gifted linguist. This plate replaces swords trained, so forth and so on. I might actually take claw attack, so that way I can see that.
I understand
sword.
that is I will figure this out too afterwards, because Kitsune. But I really like also what is here, only a few minor changes, because, for example, I like that change shape or Kitsune's magic all good, or no, not like vision, but for example, I could change natural weapons because I am pacifist, I will not use weapons. You know, I will be like, I can slow down my enemy, I can like weaken defense, I will like be like that debuff. Buffing up I will be more like support. I will not be directly fighting. Yes, I will be support.
3.
If it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I will check it sooner later.
I need to look up. I think I need to look up something for everybody. Because I need to look up with like the things with like movement for like swimming and climbing, like how fast they can swim and climb. I know flying is typically like not a standard thing, but I'm a bird character with wings, so they can fly. The wings are not for decoration; they work. Just to let that note be known. Wings are not for decoration. They work. Even Midnight's wings work. So they can fly. So there's that. Also,
But by the way, craft, it is 3 different craft things. So I can choose, for example, craft and traps, and I can only craft traps, basically.
right.
Because you need to specify what kind of things you can craft. So craft the traps.
Oh yeah, traps. Actually, traps. If you want to put traps as your craft, that would be great. That would be a great one. Yeah, there you go.
Because I thought that I can choose only what type of quality things I can craft, but no, it is more that I can craft any quality of traps, but it will be determined what type of quality when I craft certain skills. It is not that I can craft only bad traps or good traps. The type of quality is determined by each case. It is like I know how to. Yes.
Exactly, but yep, that makes sense to me. Okay, so first of all, oh wait, that's just that. Actually, perception and stealth get 2, and linguistics gets 4. The racial bonuses go here. Oh, linguistics is right there.
But there are many traps. Interesting.
What's the other one? Stealth. Stealth. It was stealth. It's right there. 2. There we go. Those are the racial bonuses. And by the way, for the people at home, if you just want to have a certain race and you think it makes sense, we can work with it. Like you, huh?
Wait.
Oh gosh, forgot.
Profession.
No, stop.
I have also profession.
Yeah, I think profession is given to each class. That's like a job. That's basically what I put that down as. I gave DV. Here's what I gave DV and Jet for that. Profession: soccer player and game maker was for DV. And then for Jet, I gave him.
And what profession it is like limited, or you can write whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. You can write whatever you want there. I just put what I actually think that's more of a background thing. To me, it's like if you need to talk about that, it's like, oh, I do have that. That is a thing I'm actually looking into. It's like that's like a job that I'm actually looking into or something, or like studying for. Jet got military as a profession and sports star as a profession.
Really? Basically, he is swindler, you know? He's trickster. He plays cheats a lot. That is right. He's in...
Just write. You could probably just write down legitimate business. You could just write down probably legitimate businessman in quotes.
Just businessman.
Legitimate businessman. You got to put down the legitimate part, because that's like the whole thing. It's like, this is a legitimate business. This business is no tricks, no nothing. I run perfectly fine business. Cops, get out. This is a perfectly fine legal business. It is legitimate. I don't know. It's something like that. You can just put something like that as a joke, basically, is what I'm saying. And it'd probably be fine.
Yes, because he's gambler, he steals from rich, steals from douches, and so on. So, spellcraft. Interesting. You are skilled at the art of discussing spells.
Okay, rogue. I need to go. Okay.
Spellcraft, it is basically depending on the thing I'm like making spells.
Acrobatics, appraise, bluff,
like
time, craft.
Yes. Spellcraft is like...
I almost have a feeling. I feel like this. I feel like besides wizard stuff, this person's gonna have like the rogue almost has all of these, because there's a lot on rogue. Jeez, of skills, climb, strength, craft, diplomacy, disable device. Okay. Yep. So far, it's every one of these down. I'm sure disguise is gonna be there. Yup. Escape artist 2. Yup. I am going to give a racial thing for fly. I'm going to put a class bonus for fly. Actually, is fly actually on there because I would laugh? No, fly is not on there. But I'm going to give a racial check for fly because burb. I am a bird. Therefore, I go fly fly. So I'm just going to give a little tick for that for the race. Even though it doesn't say you get a bonus to it, but it also doesn't say that you get anything for basically being a bird person. I think I forget what it gives you. As soon as everything loads for me, I'll tell you. Not responding. Doodaloo.
By the way, basically about linguistic things. For example, as Kitsune and as Wizard, they have very different language skills. But does it overlap with your skills, with your mode, you know?
I think you'd get both. I think for a racial thing, I think you would be able to get both in a sense. If you're talking about language.
Language, a wizard might substitute draconic for one answer, but there is still.
Also depends on. It also depends. It also technically depends on if we even do like.
Maybe we have everybody speaks common. Every human being on the planet speak common, so we do not need a separate language for separate people.
I mean, that's a possibility too. We might not have too many languages, but we might. I don't know. Maybe the different countries have different languages, but that's probably the end of it. But probably here is common, so the humans probably speak common, and the place that we're staying in speaks common. But like other countries probably speak their own language. We could do it like that, and maybe other planets speak their own language, but that's hard to tell.
Victoria speaks Common and Sylvan. With high intelligence, they can also speak Celestia, Elven, Gnome, and Tengu, and Aqua, something like that. That is Kitsune. Sylvan would be like a Kitsune language. It is like these mystical beasts. It only would make sense because they are like magical creatures, at least in D&D world.
So I think the alternate racial trace. Oh, this place is gifted language. You know what? I'm probably just give myself that, but I'm also going to. I'm going to give myself the fact that I can just fly.
Regarding D&D, they are speaking and afterwards I will add some other language. Because what I really think I would need to know what is the common language. But okay, that is afterwards.
I'm going to replace gifted linguist with instead of glide, I'm going to replace it with fly. That if I make the difficulty class 15 fly check, I can just fly. Basically. And that's going to be anybody with wings will have that as a thing. It's that if they make the difficulty thing, they can just fly. Straight up.
Yes. But really, what I think is the interesting part is how it all will interact, because I already see cases how I just break it. Or seemingly break it. So yes, it will be interesting. So
it'll definitely be a unique campaign. It'll definitely be a unique set of campaigns, that's for sure.
Yes, I already understand.
Intimidate, knowledge, engineering, knowledge, local.
Cool. Any human language, any upload, celestial. Yes, so celestial. I pick up celestial, so it will be that.
Linguistics. Oh wait, that was the gifted linguist was the thing that gave me that, wasn't it? Or hold on, let me go back up here real fast.
I just put something
That
on
was the
an
thing that gave
office,
me the 4.
that
Okay, I'm going to replace that. Hold on. We'll just replace that. There we go. No racial
Wizard
bonus.
has a bonus language. It is Wizard my substitute draconic for all So basically, I know 4 language, like from Kitsune, Common, and Sylvan. Additional Kitsune because I have high intellect,
Perception,
and
perform,
also
fashion.
because I am wizard. So I know 4 language.
Right. Fashion, perform,
So
perception.
interesting.
It is going to be interesting, that's for sure.
So XP I have 0. Next level I don't know. It's an ability, special ability, straight.
Make sure everything's still going good. Oh, this is going fantastic. Okay.
Feats.
Ooh, wow.
Feats.
Sense motor, sleight of hand,
So
stealth,
as
swim,
a
and
speaker,
magic
before
device.
I have lesser minor ring. I have like what is this?
Stealth, I believe.
Arcane bond. Arcane bond.
Yep. Alright. That's everything for that. Now do it all again with Gunslinger. This part's probably the longest part is actually getting this, especially if you have multi-class.
No special abilities.
Alright. Acrobatics already got bluff, climb, craft. Can allow me to have a second craft. I'm going to put Gunsmith as one of the crafts. And actually on DV I might actually switch it up. Hold on.
What?
Might switch something up on DV real fast for its crafts because I just realized something else I could technically have both him and Claire have as a craft.
So basically, what I'm doing, I am choosing my ring. I'm choosing ring of. I'm using my arcane bond, and I get for free a ring, basically one object. And
I just typed in as a craft programs.
what?
Programs for a craft.
Really
Because modern day actually making programs or viruses or antiviruses or things to combat viruses with. Stuff of that nature. Basically, because one of Claire's things is I might have her be a hacker. So, yeah. Hacker needs to know how to make programs. Engineering.
So I think that we will have like really gray area campaigns that we are not quite good, we are not quite bad, we are in the middle.
Pretty much. That's the general idea of it, yes. These people are not like some people are actually naturally good, some people are kind of right in the middle. Claire is kind of her thing is she's actually a journalist So the hacking basically allows her to gather information that nobody else would have been able to gather otherwise.
Okay, I get you. Really handy skill.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
And then the gunsmiths for when she has to go in personally, or her skills with guns is when she has to go in personally and take care of business. Okay.
Equipment,
Is there anything? Oh, there was knowledge engineering. That was new. I don't know if there's anything else that was different. Handle animal and heal. Actually, those are different. Bop,
yes.
bop.
I have the ring. I have the one ring. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Yes. Oh, also ride.
So basically, I will choose. I have.
Oh! I just thought of this, and this is probably true. I'm glad this technically just popped up. Ride. You know how ride is typically for riding an animal, right?
Yes.
Like riding a horse.
Mount.
Yes. Well, in modern time, mounts are a little bit different.
Oh, cool.
You
But
can.
Can
you-
I don't know about yet.
Can you think of what I mean by that?
Yes, for example, motorcycle or something like that. Yes.
Yes, that is one example. Also, car. Just driving. Ride equals drive. Ride equals your ability to drive a car. So, if you're driving a car and you need to do certain things, you're going to be doing ride checks. That's it. That's all I wanted to get at. It's because that's going to be something with that is yes. So I'm glad Claire does have a good plus on that because that is going to be good for her because that was going to be another thing that she was going to have a lot of was driving. Alright, let's see if we can finish creating this one character. So after that, let's just put in all of our totals. 5. The hardest part technically comes up next. Or the most slightly... Oh wait, I'm not even done. I'm not even done technically. Hold on, I forgot. Shoot. I'm not even technically done with the adding numbers on here. I forgot about the ranks. Now, with how this works, the ranks, skill ranks per level, 8 plus intelligence modifier, and then gunslinger, is 4 plus intelligent modifier. So, what's Claire's intelligence modifier? 2. Okay. Thank you, Appraise, for being right there to answer my question. So I have 10 plus 6. So 16 things to add in various things. So let's see about at least adding a 1 to all these. Let's see what that would look like. Might actually add a 2 to that one. A 2 to that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't worry about that because it's pretty much empty at this point. Diplomacy. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sure, I'll put a plus on that. 12. 13, 14, 15, sure, 16. Well, the next time I level up, I'll have a lot more points to put on everything else, so. These are the ones that she really wanted to focus on right now.
By the way, if my character has like my class wizard does not have acrobatics, but Kitsune has like +2 acrobatics.
You see right here where it says racial? At the top of the thing it says racial. And then
Yes.
right there, that's where you put your +2 acrobatics. And then over here you just put the total. You just put your totals over here. The ranks are like a plus. The ranks give you +1 for each rank. And then your racial bonus adds, and then you just put all these numbers together that equal your total. Like this, like 3 + 1 + 3 is 7. So I got a +7 on acrobatics checks.
Yes. But I do not have the skill as basically I had like with wizard I had many skills, but I didn't have acrobatics.
Yeah, but you see how it says class? That when you do the little check mark over here, it gives you +3 over here under class. That's all it does. You still have the skill by default. You can still attempt an acrobatics check. You can even raise it up. You can even put ranks into acrobatics to be like, no, I want to try to do a little bit better with acrobatics. The only thing you can't, the only thing it is if you put the little check mark, you get a +3.
Yes, basically you have all these skills, but these are like you are specialized more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, I understand.
Might have it to where if you get a third class and you get a third thing for crafting, that you can just basically put like anything else. Like just basically put the word anything else or other there for that, but yeah. For like a third craft slot. It's like you get 2 main ones and then other for basically anything else. Okay, I just need to put these numbers together. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's 6. That's also 6. 5. 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 7. 2, 8. I like how freeform this character sheet is, though. At the end of this day, this character sheet's very freeform. To kind of just basically edit it and update it as much as you want. And we can even use it for the actual game, too. So I will need you all to send me character sheets by the end of the day, because I can upload them on here, and then I can, like, show the audience, using this method right here, show the audience exactly what everybody is doing. I'm going to make sure that the audience is actually able to see everything I've been doing. My computer's getting to the point where it's like wanting to be really slow now. Woot. I'm going to take off the charger for a little bit since it's full. I need you to run a little preview window real fast just to make sure everything was working. Okay, yeah, we're on the right thing. Okay. I just seen everything go to the void, so that's good.
No. Come up. There.
Void. Okay. Okay, so Disable device is a 7. This is a 6. This is a 7. This is where I put a rank in fly because she's been practicing flying, even though that's not a thing she knows that she has a class for. Because honestly, I don't know what any class that has a fly as a bonus. I took off the class bonus because it's not really a class bonus, but she could probably just put her own ranks in there. Handle animal, 6. The rest of these are just going to be innate stats because she hasn't been working on them. She knows a little bit about Arcana based on her just intelligence. 5. I love this skill tree thing, this skill system, because it just looks like it could be used for so much. It's also a lot more bigger. It's also like a lot more in depth than a D&D 5 character sheet. Because hold on, I could actually show that at some point. I might show that in a little bit after I get this done. I need to stop getting distracted. I get easily distracted sometimes.
Okay. So that's a line.
7. 5. She can perform if she wants to. She does have a second profession. I almost forgot, but I'm going to put as her professions hacker and journalist. So we got 5, and we got 5. And then she's got a 6 ride, so she can drive real good. Three, 8. I think that's her best one. She's really good at being stealthy. That's like her best thing right now. Swim is 4. That is 5. Oh no, diplomacy was her second one that she was real good at. Wait, diplomacy?
I really dig Kitsune because it's really appropriate to Trickster to be like, I choose Kitsune's magic instead I choose Fast Shifter to change to like fox form, from fox form to human form, you know? So somebody is like chasing me, and then suddenly I can choose to turn into fox so I can escape from my who are chasing after me, you know? I'm just average fox, average dog. It is really interesting because one of the skills which is in folklore described in mythology is that tricksters can change to animals and they therefore deceive people. And gods change to animals too, such as Zeus or something like that in ancient mythology. So I really dig that I have Kitsune race. Thank you for the advice about the race.
Yes. You're welcome.
Really?
You're welcome. That's what this entire session was meant for.
Yes, because to me just like boring human. No, thank you. I better have like foxy or in this case, because it's like dog fox. It's very similar, and it's to some extent it is overlaps because they both are canines or something like that. So yes,
Okay. And now for this part. I am going to say, I almost want to say I rolled a 15 earlier on that one roll. I know 23 was the other one. So, 380. But I might go ahead and take out the 3 to give herself the masterwork done as well. Which masterwork, all that does is give you a +1 to attack, apparently. without giving her +1 damage. Attack bonus. Oh, it's Dex, and then so it's 3 for the ranged weapon, and then 4 for the masterwork, and then 5 technically for the base attack bonus. Okay. Damage 1d8. Critical is ×4. Type blunt and pierce, I think. I have to ask you because you have the same weapon. That's gonna be real fun once we get like into this and actually start working on the story itself. Oh gosh. Well, I'll ask you later because yeah. And pierce. Handgun bullets. There we go. So there we go. We have 1 weapon there. Okay, now for the last part of for this character, and then for you, we're gonna have to figure out spells, but we might figure out the spells more once we actually get into the campaign itself. Possibly.
Yes, I already have my idea about spells, at least first the 2 up to level 2 spells. Afterwards it is like...
Right.
And additionally, I will take afterwards I will take also additional class, and it will be really interesting.
Right.
I probably will take additionally to wizard. I will take either alchemist or like druid, one of 2.
Right. We get sneak attack and trap finding. Then also we need to look at all the way down here. Favored race. Okay. Choose a weapon from those listed under the sword training ability and add half a bonus on critical hits confirmation rolls. With a maximum of +4. It's not stacked with critical focus. Fair enough. I do still have that, so technically I might keep that.
Interesting. I can instead of charisma choose also intelligence.
Huh?
I will take so. No, I'm looking at the alternatives, and really I think it's so that I can change also other things such as stats regarding replace traits. For example, Kitsune gave me -2 strength, but +2 dexterity and charisma. But I can choose instead of charisma take intelligence, which I think I will do. Because but then I have you don't have maximum score for beginning, because I have 19. I had 17 on my intelligence, and because of alternative Kitsune trait I have +2. So I have 17, 19 instead of...
Yes, you can do that.
The 18 was not the hard roll.
You can do that. I'll allow that.
So the was not hard roll. Good.
Okay. Race. bonus for Gunslinger. Tengu. Bonus. I just hit enter. Thankfully I didn't listen. Okay. I do the same thing over here. Now technically I need to go get that, and then we can start working on the abilities. Alright, Tengu, where is Tengu? Tengu? Aw. Tengu don't get nothing. For Gunslinger. Aw. Exit. Refresh. Google. Oh, crud. Oops. That's now noticed something that's been off for a while. I've now noticed the music hasn't been on here for a while. Oops. Hold on, let me fix that. That is something that needs to be fixed. Let's do a different song though. Cause I was just thinking about changing the song and I realized, wait, the song ain't even playing. You still there? Alright, let's see. Which of these songs would be good? Purple Puzzle. Let's go with Purple Puzzle. Do 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 do. Why is it at the bottom? It just should be like above midnight because of alphabet? Question mark?
No, I'm not sure.
Alright. I came all the way over here because I need to get I think it's the deeds, is it? One of these is really long and I did not want to rewrite them.
Yes,
Hi.
it is really much longer than I thought.
Hello. I'm currently streaming. This is the point where the part I'm actually on the thing, special abilities. This is the part where you put all your. This is the part where I feel you put all your class abilities.
I'm still at traits, feet, special abilities, yes, at the flying.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm on special ability. That's where you put all your class abilities.
You say something, I was like, where the fuck are you? I've been outside this entire time. I peeked out the window, but you weren't there, and I was like, where the fuck? I was about to look through those people sitting up the door. That's
Hello.
fucking hilarious.
Hello, welcome to my stream back there.
I'm trying to get the... Oh my fucking goodness, just my fucking luck at opening it that way.
Hilarious.
That's not how you open it. Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to remove the
Oh!
plastic first,
Well, yeah, I know
and
that.
then there's a.
No, I know, okay. I don't need the fucking instructions.
Yeah, you do.
fucking-
Yeah, you do.
I don't need no instructions to
Wait.
know how to rock. I think you do need the instructions, apparently. If that was the case, if you forgot to add water to the cup of noodles.
Wait. Did you fill it up to the line?
Hang on.
Yeah, it says you're supposed to fill it up to the line. And technically you're supposed to use the lid once you fill it, but you already
Okay,
showed
how
it.
long do I have to fucking cook it?
The length of time that you're supposed to cook it.
Well, if you didn't fucking tear up the thing, it'd be easier to find out. 3 minute. Wait.
The 3
Hang on.
minutes sounds about right.
I get a new skill. Nine-tailed insector.
Yeah, 3 minutes, I think.
You see, the skills are like at level.
But the wording is weird. Look. Close the lid securely and let stand for 3 minutes. That doesn't say cook for 3 minutes.
What
it
the
says
fuck?
Why does it say let stand for 3 minutes?
You get
weird.
with your level
Fucking
1, you get
skin.
like these abilities per like
Yes.
per that. So that's what I'm writing down now. Since Jet was a gunslinger, I'm just copying all the stuff I already wrote down on him, basically. But I also
Copying all stuff that I wrote down for you.
I do have to write down these two. Though.
Oh shit, I broke everything.
You don't have webcam on, do you?
Huh? No webcam.
Okay,
I'm on desktop cam, so they can actually see everything I'm doing because I'm actually making the character firsthand.
So then they can see the fucking.
They can see the advertisement. It's really annoying, but yes, they can see the advertisement going on the bottom trying to annoy me.
Hi,
And-
Doc.
Well, yeah, my goal of this was to technically explain the world, and then and ideas, and then the second part of this is actually building a character on stream, so they can see how to do it, and then after that, I'm probably going to make the rest of my characters off screen, so that way I don't have to do this. That way I don't have to use up all the time doing this because it's taken over an hour so far. What was it?
Well, I wanted to look at. Not bad. 278 dropped.
Yeah, I don't know, like 2 hours. It did break
2 hours.
once.
You dropped 278. Not bad.
That's not bad. At 600.
Not bad.
It really ain't bad, yeah. As far as the stream quality goes, yeah. Also, the only thing that happened is at one point...
Which that's what my luck was yesterday.
I know, but I was going to say, last... there was one crash so far. I did crash once.
Okay.
So there's like, this has been divided into 2-part stream right now, but it's okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just once, and then after that I only lost like 200 frames, so yes.
Can I get so like as such as dominate person like mind control? so I don't have like some type of abilities such as mind control.
I think there are spells for that.
Oh, that's just.
There is, for example, you can choose to have a nine-tailed inheritor. This racial trait replaces natural weapons, and one of the nine-tailed inheritor skills, like magical tail skills, is dominate person, such as human. I can dominate one humanoid. I think no brain control skills too. Yes?
Oh my
Or it
goodness.
was only mind.
I believe the answer to your
Everything exploded.
I believe the answer to your question is probably yes, but I've also got people in the background, so I kind of missed some of it.
Yes, because what you can do is you can control the actions of any
Oh,
humanoid
you're asking
creature
how it would work. Yes.
that you establish with this mind. So it is basically mind control, and I think it no mind skills.
Yes, if you have like a skill like that, yes, you probably would totally be able to basically do basically control that person's moves for a certain amount of time, depending on what the skill says. There are different forms of it and different stuff of that nature. So yes. So let's see. Okay. I need to go back to rogue. I need to make sneak attack and trap finding, and then I'm done with that. We're gonna go for that. Sneak attack's real good.
So no mind control, but can I control person's affinity towards me? For example, there is one level 1 skill or something like that. Basically, if I cast it, that the person will treat me as a friend.
Yes, there is stuff like that. Yes, and I think later on
So
you do get mind
I
control.
definitely have that.
You will eventually, I think, get mind control stuff of. Well, it depends on which class of magic you are. I think there are spells for mind control, which I'm going to eventually give to
Yes,
Midnight.
it is also level 1 skill. It's already like level 1 and so on. I can influence people's moods towards me. I can make them be my friend for if they of course fail the save throw.
Right.
But still, yes, they can
Let's see. Rogue.
So no mind control.
Alright. Half level to perception checks made to traps and disable device checks. Minimum +1. A rogue can use disable device or disarm magic traps. Okay. Oh, also can use disable device to disarm magic traps. Okay, cool. So there's that. So that's what trap finding does. That's neat.
It's just because the plate is still here.
So that is pretty much, I think, after this, I think the spells down here are primarily set for, if you put down a spell, I should go to, a first level spell, even though I know this character can't cast spells, but I'm going to use them, actually, I might be better off using DV as an example. Hold on.
That's too fucking hot.
Let's go to DV, because I know he's a sorcerer, so we can go
Hot
to...
shit.
Because I'll probably get from this spell eventually. I think for this list down here,
Hurry up and fucking service.
I think the little thing down here is for spells you have prepared in advance. Like, see, it's prepared and cast. So this list down here is going to change constantly.
Oh, you have the phone charger.
I do have the phone charger.
Fiddler's
Yes.
phone is dead.
Uh,
And
Well,
it looks
that's
like
close.
your phone is fully charged.
Yeah, actually, it is. Here you go. I didn't realize it was already fully charged, but yeah. But yeah, this is for spells you have prepared in advance. Oh, okay. It's already set. Cool. So I have one. Oh, I should just say I have one prepared magic missile spell. I haven't cast any. So there we go. There we go. So that's how that's going to work. This is for all your prepared magic, more so than your every spell you have available to you, because honestly, that'd be a lot of work. But is there any other things for like? Oh, notes right here in this notes section. Since we came up with the license system, we can say license to use level 1 evocation spells or something. Spells for self defense. We can say something like that there. And also, you can probably write down your backstory stuff here too, but also be a good use for this.
yes.
Do you have any other questions? Because that's pretty much like that. Pretty much went through the process more or less. Spells per day, spell known, spells known, so forth and so on.
Oh my fucking goodness. Fucking ass.
Gear, I think that gear is going to be for items that's not anything important. Yeah, gear is for what you have on in your inventory that's not
Yes, it will also. I will need to buy a gear, basically, such as stuff. Basically, what is the difference between staff and wand?
a staff and a wand.
It is.
One is a
Yes,
giant
because
stick.
both-
One is a giant stick. One is a tiny stick. That's basically it. Actually, besides that, a staff probably could be used to bonk somebody on the head, more or less. And a wand, honestly, I think both can be used to channel magic, so I think they both would get a bonus for that. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to have to look into, that being one of those, actually. Okay, I guess I go with the basic question of let's find out together. Before I end this, because technically, honestly, since it's little episode 0 here, and I want to show other people that might be interested in this thing too, this little episode 0. So that way I can actually do that. Hold on. Can you hear the stuff in the background?
A little bit.
I'm still streaming back here, by the way, if you want to turn it down a little bit.
No problemo.
Okay, I can't hear it now. Okay. Thank you! Anyway, so... Hi.
Kitsune.
So let's see. Everything on my computer's not working. Yeah, oh, finally.
I also have an idea.
What?
What I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would probably work a
So
little
then
bit, yeah.
Link can actually hear the video.
That might help a little bit. Let's try.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I'll muffle the sound, but... Yeah. Everything's so slow on my computer. Sometimes. Barb.
I have to mention something about using your cloud
So I got through
And
it.
Rogue to.
You're not gonna let us out anyway,
I think pretty much it does cover most of the character stuff. In a sense of how to actually do this and how I'm actually going to do how I'm going to do all this, and look at the first couple characters I made. Yeah,
It takes a lot of time.
it does take a lot of time.
It
does.
I already was prepared about the wizard stuff, and then also the Kitsune thing came up, and now I need also clothes for them, and now it is like additional. How it was additional.
Yeah, you already probably have clothes.
Clothes.
You probably also have a few things.
Everybody who wish to make like really character needs at least take like 4 hours. At least 2 hours, if not 4 hours, because to read all this for the first time. So
Yeah, I'm gonna post a link to both these sites. I'm gonna post a link in the description of both this D20PFSRD.com and a link to the character builder in all videos related to this, so you all can join in as well and know what we're doing. So that is just what I'm going to do with this, because I think that would be the optimal thing. Is if you all want to learn about how Pathfinder works, this little thing right here basically describes just about everything. The only thing I've not been able to find... Hold on. I wonder. Because I've not been able to find it anywhere on here, but I wonder if it actually is on here somewhere. I'm actually curious about something. I'm sure, like, it should be under either equipment or magic items for how the wands should work, or that. I think wands are typically made to basically hold a spell for you. Because I've seen some wands in, shoot, I have an example. It's just going to take me a minute to show the example. I know that's probably what the wands are probably going to be mostly used for. I have to find the example though. So I got some stuff from another thing. But they're probably going to be different because the thing I have here is a thing for 5th edition. Although a lot of the items we're going to get probably going to be from 5th edition going to Pathfinder. But it's okay. They're mostly the same. It's okay. Here we go. I found 2 wands here. But give me a second. I also need to look up this because I need to know if there's actually an experience point sheet on here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to use 5th edition's experience sheet, thing for level ups. This is the one thing I've not found on here yet. Is where experience points are. Thank you for the ads. Thank you for all the ads. Experience points reward table. I am. So that's. Oh, this is the table for how much things give you after you beat them. And see, the enemies actually go all the way down to like 30, and there's actually an enemy that's actually worth like. There's actually an enemy that's actually level 39 or CR level 39. So that's the thing.
So spells.
Now, where is the... The only thing I need to find is the level up table that actually says, hey, this is how to, like, what the...
Wait a minute. Basically, about spells, I get all level 0 spells, and I get level 3 level 1 spells, and additionally to my intelligence modifier, so I get like
I think
7
that's
spells.
per day. I think that's per day. So you can set, you can prepare those.
No, I mean, I get at the beginning. Preparation is different. It is like 3 level 0 spells and 1 level 1 spell. It is like a beginning as far as I see. But
Let me double
I mean,
check
at the
that.
beginning, I learn. You see, it is like starting spells. A wizard begins playing with spellbook containing all level 0 wizard spells, except of the opposition score, and +3 first level spells of his choice, and additionally like modifiers. You know, I have spells in my spellbook too, so that is the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other tables that would tell me about like experience? There's not. That's just the one thing I've not found on this whole page is like what the level chart is. But the funny thing is, achieve advancements here now. Character advancements. This has to be it. It seems like a large oversight to not have that on this thing as the actual like level charts. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's actually even like things for. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
Oh, nice. I like
Ooh.
that they basically have, I just write the spell and it is like description automatically and all that. Nice.
2, 3.
With spells it's really handy. I don't need to copy and paste at least with that. Charm. Charm person.
You know what? I might just combine this with the I might combine these numbers with the numbers from the one book and actually have the level ups go like that. That'd be interesting.
Oh, by the way, how I mentioned charm person, it is like this charm makes human creature regard you as its trusted friend and ally. And basically, it is an outside question. Basically, any mind controlling skill is outside the question, right? Basically.
I think.
Any mind controlling, mind altering skill is outside the question. For example, I had also like comprehend. I have like shared language level 2 skill, which makes any human able to speak with me in common language, which I know. Basically, it is like a buff. If usually mind altering skills are debuffs, then this is like buff that you can speak the same language I speak. Level 2 skill, shared language. Because I need to understand what skills can be used and what cannot. And as far as I understand, mind dominating, mind control, it is outside the question. The same type of like mind reading.
Oh,
Or
those
at
are
least
probably.
it's
Oh, I see what
skill.
you're trying to ask. You're trying to ask if they're illegal, ain't you? You're trying to ask
Yes,
if those
because, for
that would be
example-
yes, that would be blacklisted. Yes, those would totally be illegal. Yes, those would definitely be
can I know?
illegal.
It is.
It is stuff that
But
can
you know,
happen.
I-
It is
I
stuff
have
that's
one-
available in the game, but totally in the world. Yes, those would totally be illegal. Yes. Okay, that's what you've been trying to
Yes,
ask about the
because-
mind altering stuff. Okay.
Yes, because as Kitsune, you know, I am a fox. I am like a trickster, so I am in gray zone. It will be like illegal, but still, you know, I will still know it.
I'll probably try to. What I might do is I might make an experience chart very similar to, like, basically using all these numbers here, and so that way it actually can. That way I can actually make a chart that might actually reach all the way up to level like 60, 50, 60, 70. If I get up to like level 60 as a chart, I'm looking at these last numbers here, like 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. Yeah, those are going to be some good numbers. But I will make sure it actually goes up pretty good. So I'll make sure that I use proper numbers, and I'll probably actually make an experience chart that I'll show on screen next time, based off both this and 5th edition D&D. So there we go. That's going to be interesting. Hopefully I can make a good chart for that, because that'd be great. Anyway, yeah. Is there any more questions you need to ask on stream? Do you have your character
No,
made?
I think that so I mentioned I more or less understand everything, and I will choose additionally the class. I will choose gear, and maybe I have questions about the other class, but it will be outside. I will ask you a few like.
You'll DM me. Like if anybody else wants to
HP, because I have the second class.
DM me for this, I want to put my personal Discord in the chat right now, which is just my personal Discord channel. And then if you want to actually, if for people who also want to get a hold of me, you can use that link there to basically get a hold of me, or to basically join my personal server where I'll update all the stuff about various things, and maybe even update stuff about this game and world and such, and art and everything else, if I can get my hands on some art for this stuff. And then I also have I'll make another Discord later that we can actually make as a personal D&D Discord. But yeah, I would not mind getting as many people as possible to technically join in this, and because I got a lot of books, and a lot of books have a lot of different routes to take things. So like this one, let me switch over to webcam again for a second. These two are just dungeons, and that's a monster manual, and this one's basically dungeons. Like these little tiny ones are dungeons. This one is going to be mostly for the villain layer. This is supposed to be like a 20. How many floor dungeons is it supposed to be? I think it's like a 23 floor dungeon or something like that. Yeah, it's a 23 floor dungeon. Yeah. I don't know if the webcam's picking that up, but it's like a 23 floor dungeon, and it's supposed to be up to almost level 24. This is going to be probably like mostly villain hideouts throughout the whole thing. Each floor being a different hideout for probably the laboratories. Like it's going to be a place where like various lab people are working. This book has like 4 campaigns built in it. One for fall, summer, spring, and winter. Also spring, summer, fall, and winter. In proper order. There's also a character sheet for D&D 5th edition that I have here that came with one of the boxes. The skill list is so much shorter, but at the same time I might keep that in mind. Because what would be funny is if I do a Pathfinder quest, if I do a Pathfinder game for all these D&D 5 books, but then make a D&D 5 characters for these Pathfinder quests for a different planet. That'd be kind of a fun little thing too. But then we can just use D&D Beyond for that if we can get a free version of D&D. If like D&D Beyond is free, I forget if it is or not. But we could use D&D Beyond to make the characters for that, and then have that Pathfinder stuff for this. Either way, I guess I'll just end this stream now. Thank you all for watching.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, Mindblower.
Yes. It will be very interesting.
Human SR.
I need only really long time investment when you create character. Once the character will be created, afterwards it will be much faster and much more action-packed.
Yeah, once we have the characters created, yeah, of course. But this is just a guide that if people want to join, look at the descriptions. You can join by clicking the links down in the description, learning about the game with that one link, learning about the different stuff, following my guide to what I'm going to what rules and stuff I'm changing, and then also make a character sheet via that one thing, and then send me said character sheet via Discord. So you'll need to use the Discord link too, so that you can join my Discord, learn about.
I think that I will send it tomorrow because I will get through all the classes. For me, it is midnight, you know.
Oh
so
yeah, that makes sense.
I will send today. For me, it is midnight, so I will send you today.
Fair enough.
Yes, for you it will be like tomorrow.
Fair enough. Anyway, I will see you all later. Love you all. But this is going to be the end of my stream. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Boop. I booped you all. It's something I do at the end of my videos on YouTube.